going? How do I get the stream going? How do I figure out my life? You know?
Well,
All right, so you added
different.
yourself. Are you?
Could you add Zach? Could you add the thumbnail, mate? Well, I don't even know what
Yeah,
to add.
I'm gonna. Well, I'll now make a. If you guys want to talk for a second about this, I'm gonna go behind scenes and make a new thumbnail
so
quickly.
We got it. This is just, that Gwen Stefani song. Kevin?
Unbelievable! You knew it was happening. You knew we weren't sleeping tonight, right?
I tried.
I wanted to go to bed. I wanted to go to bed.
I almost did. I was, and then I woke up and Zach said going live in 10. And I'm like,
Kevin,
what?
I'm proud of you in some cases.
No, I mean, it was more so I accidentally fell asleep and then I woke back up. But yeah,
so
and then I found out my computer died. So
that's electric, dude.
It's charging right now.
So this is confirmed, Suarez?
Yeah, passed and tweeted it out.
Goodness gracious! How many times the guy got to get hit on a hand to get traded?
No, lucky. D-backs were lucky that it wasn't worse.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out if I can find the return. Wow. Naylor and Suarez. That's big moves. They needed offense and they got offense.
I was looking forward to going to bed. I really was, Kevin. I was really looking forward to going to bed, but here we are.
Happy trade deadline day.
Happy trade deadline day, and we're going to get this all together. The cross collaboration over between the Ryan Ripken Show and Kevin and Zach React, and everyone.
The tweet on Twitter it's not playing for me.
Well, I'll play this for you, Kevin. The Seattle Mariners have acquired the biggest bat on the market in Suarez after just acquiring Josh Naylor, and we thought that this was going to just be a nice, comfortable Wednesday evening. No siree. A lot to dive in, and here's the tweet, guys, for everyone out there. It's out there. Hassan just tweeted this out. Suarez is acquired from the Diamondbacks, going out there. Hey, we talked for the longest time how they needed to go for it. I love how it also says trade is pending medical review. Probably to look at the hand.
Yeah, seriously.
Holy shirts and pants, man. We are going. They are going for it. What a turn of events. And here I thought once again, Kevin, that we were only going to see a handful of moves tonight. Maybe a couple small moves. And today's day, in the last really 6 hours, we've seen some gigantic names be moved.
Yeah, huge.
Two big closers. And here's the craziest thing, Kevin, is so the top bat goes off the market in Suarez. Two of the top closers go off the market, and still so many starting pitchers are out there available. I'm trying to wrap my head around all this.
Yeah. I know it's like, I was gonna say save some for the trade deadline, but there is still so much for the trade deadline. Like, you still have a bunch of starters. You still have a couple relievers that could go. And the crazy part is you have you're right. You have all these moves. So, man, yeah, stealing them from the Tigers. Where do they pivot now?
It is pretty remarkable what's going on right now. And if you are new to the channels here, Kevin and Zach Reacts and the Ryan Ripken Show, we're live right here on YouTube, X, Facebook, wherever. X, I don't even care. I was just trying to chill, Kevin. I just was trying to relax and enjoy my evening.
I was gonna turn a new leaf and get my work done early. And I've been saying that for the past 2 years.
Yeah. And so I want to dive into the Urias trade here in a minute.
I think we're just waiting on the return for Suarez. So Bob Nightingale says the market didn't quite materialize as envisioned for Suarez. So it feels like the Mariners maybe didn't give up as much as people were thinking they would have needed to get Suarez.
I'm definitely interested. I'm definitely interested to see what's out there. It really is fascinating to me.
While we're waiting on the return, do you want to do the Urias trade quickly here? I mean, trading him for one prospect, 19th round pick for Houston. last year, I believe, right? Last year.
Yeah, so let's kind of dive into this for a little bit. First off, I'm very happy for. Oh, I'm gone. I'm back. I'm happy for Ramon having a chance to go out there and do his thing. Um, he's going to an opportunity where the Astros have had success. Right, they are right in the middle of it, and Ramon has pulled his. I want to say pulled his weight's an understatement for what he's become. A guy that was picked up off the streets of being a waiver claim in 2021. He was my teammate with the Norfolk Tides then. And to see him blossom into what he's become as a super utility for a team, it's a great get. Now, I know fans are saying, well, how is this it? How is this it for Ramon Urias? Well, the reality is utility guys typically, Kevin, are just not valued this way. And that's what Ramon is. He's not looked at as being as valued as an everyday big leaguer. He's being evaluated as a guy that can play multiple positions, but they're not banking on him to be the everyday guy over and over again. And look, I love Ramon. I love what he's done, but that's what's made him so valuable is not being counted on as the everyday guy. And his ceiling is not as high as the other everyday guys. It's the reason why when he's healthy, when he was last year, Jordan Westburg was your primary guy in the field, and why Jackson Holliday is now your primary second baseman. It's because Ramon could fill in when you needed it. Now, the return of why it is, right? So Twine Palmer is the guy up in high. He's in high A right now, right? Or A ball? Is it A
Yeah,
ball?
A-ball, yep.
So a guy, good numbers so far this year. A little over a strikeout per inning. I'm cool with it. Honestly, I am. I think that the return, I think the value, like we talked about this, I think how some people value Ramon, just like how I say I kind of value Ced. Like I'm curious what Cedric's value is going to be. Suarez's deal. Like I'm curious on these guys because each team evaluates guys differently. I just think across the board, Ramon's value as a utility was not as high as Baltimore fans viewed him. Do I make sense on that? Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's right. At the end of the day, Ramon Urias is a bench bat. Like, as much as yes, he's a Gold Glover, he comes up in big positions and he has success. Like you said, he's not taking at bats away from, you don't want him taking at bats away from Westy, from Gunnar, from Jackson. Now with Kobe up even more so, I think this opens up more opportunity for younger guys with higher ceilings to get their opportunity. To kind of take over and see what they can do. I'm excited for Ramon, honestly. I think Houston's going to be a great spot for him, and I think he's going to see a lot of success there.
Yeah,
I do too. And here we are, guys. Here we are moving on as we are under 18 hours until the trade deadline. And if you're new to the channels, you guys know on Kevin and Zach Reacts, you guys are humming right now, helping these boys. They do these reaction shows all the time. And I know you guys do this, but as the head of Ryan Ripken Media, I got to do my job here. Make sure you have the notifications up on the Kevin and Zach React. They go live after every Orioles game in moments like this. And then the Ryan Ripken Show, which is also co-streaming now on the other channel. We're live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tomorrow we're doing a trade deadline special from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., which I think it's going to come down to the wire. I think that we're going to see a lot of different moves here. So make sure you guys are all liked and subscribed to both the channels right there. A little, hey, how you doing? Kevin Ostreicher's actually going to bed early, which is one of the biggest shocks of this deadline season.
Yeah, today was a weird day. I was up early. I was sleeping early.
You mean that was a normal day?
Nah.
Kevin's like, I had to wake up.
I will
in the
not
morning
rest until I get the world on my schedule.
I'm proud of you, Kev.
Do we have any return on this?
Yeah, so it's Tyler Locklear and two pitcher prospects.
So Tyler Locklear is the number 9 prospect according to MLB Pipeline for the Mariners. He's in the MLB. Trying to sell me.
It's 3 total prospects, Locklear and 2 pitchers.
Shirts and pants, man. So also, did you guys know that the Dodgers, the trade for Littell is a 3-way trade?
Yep. Which we'll.
Yeah, the Rays are flipping. I forget the guy's name, right? They're flipping.
So
Locklear, I will just say real fast, he's had 16 games in the pros, all in 2024. 156 average, 2 home runs, 1 double. He's 24 years old, 6'2", 210 first baseman. I mean, wait a second. He's from Baltimore?
yeah, I was about to get into that.
He was born. I'm older than him.
All right, here we go.
Oh, congrats on that.
Oh no, that's the 3-team trade. Never mind.
Well, he was born in 2000, and that's why I was like, oh. Do we have any?
No, I'm still coming through. So far, it's just Locklear's name. Who are the top pitching prospects in the Mariners system?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want me to pull up the Mariners prospects right now? Because I have it right here. All right, so here are the Mariners' top prospects. Obviously, you see Locklear down at number 9.
So here's the thing when we're looking at it. So the deal with Locklear. So first off, being traded in these situations, you feel value when you're especially being traded for the top bat. So it's a really cool moment. Kind of shocking, but a cool moment here for all the players involved. But let's talk about the Suarez there. So for Locklear, you're looking at a guy that, hey, he's big league ready. He's up there. He can have more of an opportunity, and actually now he can maybe try to grow into a role with the Diamondbacks. We understand what Suarez is going to bring. This is the most powerful bat that you could ask for, especially with the heater he's been on. The only thing that stopped him is balls hitting him in the hands over the last 10 days, counting the All-Star game. But if he stays healthy, the Mariners lineup, they got a huge boost. But to the pitchers then, do we have the names of the pitchers?
No, we don't, and that's what I've been looking for. I feel like
the pitcher names.
So let's pull up Suarez's stats here, just to get people the idea of what he has done.
Yeah, I got it.
It's been pretty good, and not that we'll take away the average part, because you know what, average doesn't matter as much in people's minds anyway. Zach, I got the photo if you want me to pull it up.
All right, yeah, you can.
And I'll tell you what. Not only is the trade deadline hot, the flies that are entering my house, they are also running hot, and I don't know where they're coming from, and they're just as surprised at the midnight moves as I am. Just kidding. Nothing should surprise any of you guys in Major League Baseball anymore. No. This has become the norm. But Kevin, Zach, here is Suarez's stats. Okay, so on the year, the dude's got 36 bombs, 87 ribbies, an OPS almost at 900. Now, OBP, 320. So he's not like this huge on-base guy. So when he makes damage, it's the long ball. It's extra base hits. On the season specifically, if we're going to dive further into it, on the year for Suarez, he's got 19 doubles, 36 bombs. So 55 of his 96 hits this year are via extra base hits. So when he hits it, it's going to be extra bases.
Yeah.
He's only walked 29 times and struck out 117. So, and by far, this is on pace with his best year, I guess I should say, since 2022 when he was with the Mariners, coincidentally. But his best overall year probably came in 2019 when he hit 49 jacks for the Reds. So he might get to that number. He might.
It'll be a little bit interesting with him in Seattle now for that number. But yeah, I mean, when you talk about the most prolific power bat on the market, I think the rumors of Stephen Kwan being out there, if we want to go all around, I really enjoy Stephen Kwan's game. But Eugenio Suarez, there's no doubt the best power bat on the market was Suarez. And what have we been begging the Mariners to do? Go get offense for that pitching staff. They got Naylor. You add Suarez. Cal Raleigh is having an unbelievable season. Julio Rodriguez is heating up. Then you also have Randy Arozarena. That lineup's becoming pretty good. J.P. Crawford leading it off. Like the Mariners suddenly, Munoz, to close out. The Mariners Mariners have something. Like I don't want to underestimate them because that is a team. When you look at their pitching now, obviously their pitching's always been there, but you look at that offense, that's a powerful offense. That is a really powerful offense with a lot of guys that can go big ball out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this is something they wanted to do for the longest time, And I got to be honest, the Rangers are coming. The Rangers are going to be right there now in this mix. So it's do or die time for the Mariners. And also, they've shown that they don't want to waste one of the best catching seasons that the game's ever seen offensively in Cal Raleigh. And so much can happen here. We're so far from the finish line that it's going to be so fun to watch. Guys, I'm still kind of in shock about and again, I'm not shocked at any of these moves. I would love for it to be. Does everyone just ripping coffee at 11:30? Like hey, we know what the great time to get a move done is when everyone wants to try to settle down. But
literally, they knew everyone was
trained for my entire life.
They knew everyone was waiting around and was starting to settle, and they were like, "Yeah, now it's time."
Yeah, now there's another report from John Heyman that the Padres and Dodgers are in a war for Stephen Kwan.
Can the Dodgers ever let other teams have fun? Like, we get it.
No.
We get it. Stephen Kwan is the peskiest hitter I've ever seen. If he goes to, why? Why do they need him?
Yeah. I mean, there's so many thoughts and so many things that are going through my mind on if they were to acquire them. It's like they can't keep getting away with this. But you know what? If they do, good for them. I want to point one thing out with all these moves. Okay. And also when some of these teams are acquiring these moves, it's not out of the sense that there's like these big contracts involved yet, right? Like, not that anything that's overbearing. Now, Suarez, obviously, his contract's going to be up right at the end of this year. He's going to be a free agent. Yeah. So he's a rental. But some of these other guys that are getting moves, Zach, it's not break the bank that you're acquiring these players. Like Kwan, now he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid the time comes. But it's fascinating. This is just about teams that are going for it at the deadline. You assess the situation later on, and that's why the Mets, Cohen saying, screw it, we're spending dough. Cool. Dodgers, we've seen them spend some money. And the Phillies are trying to keep up in the NL. Like, the crazier part here of the Suarez deal and the Urias deal to the Astros. The American League, in my opinion, not that it's an easier road to the World Series. It's not, but the star power in the National League is daunting. The Phillies, the Mets are really good teams, and the Dodgers are really good. The Padres are extremely hard to beat when they play at home. And then you're factoring in that the Brewers are looking like they could be the best record in the National League, and then the Cubs. But when you look at the American League, Zach, Kevin, is there any team that strikes fear in you? I mean, I look at the Astros.
That's
the Astros have been inevitable, but the Tigers are vulnerable. The Blue Jays just lost 3 or 4 in Baltimore. And it's any given part, but right, like Kev, there's not a single team that jumps out to you like you can say in the National League, and hence that's why Suarez going to the Mariners, I think that they recognize that this
Yeah.
is where the American League is.
Right. I think, these teams, it's exactly right. Like, they feel these teams that are in contention, they're at the top of the standings, they're close to it, or at least feel like they have a puncher's chance. I think it helps that, like, there's no clear favorite in that, in the AL, which they feel like a big swing, a big move can really push them over the top. And, for a Seattle here, you had a bunch of power to an already, powerful lineup. I mean, it makes them a vaunted offense with the pitching that they already have. But, I'm curious to see over the next, handful of hours before you hit the deadline, like, is there another team that maybe we're not talking about, that is maybe on a little bit of a hot streak and they make a move for somebody, like, and is that a Ryan O'Hearn for a team? Is that a Cedric Mullins for a team? There are still a bunch of other pitchers that could be traded. So the Mariners going for it, I think it's a smart move for them because, like, who knows if the AL is going to be this wide open again next season? I mean, capitalize on it when you can. Like, if you feel good enough in what you already have and you feel like one or two pieces like a Josh Naylor and a Suarez can take you over the top, then make the move. And I think that it's really it's a quality. Like, I think for the Mariners, what Zach, said it, and we've been talking about the Mariners and them needing offense forever now. Now they have it. Now is their chance, and you're going to have to run into, if you make it out of the AL, and it's a big if, you got to play in the postseason. But if you do it, you got to run into whoever you play in the NL. But I think that the Mariners gave themselves a chance, and that's all that these teams are asking for, right? When it comes to acquiring talent in a wide open conference or division or whatever it is, give yourself a chance, and I think the Mariners did that.
I think that they did too. And guys, we could go for a long, long time about all this, which we're going to continue to go and talk about it. But a little bit of a reset here. If you're new to the channels, we got a collab here, Ryan Ripken Show and Kevin and Zach React, both part of Ryan Ripken Media. If you watch Kevin and Zach React, they are on after every Orioles game and really any kind of breaking news around that part of it. So you guys should be subscribed to them. And the Ryan Ripken Show, we are live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on YouTube, X, and Facebook. And tomorrow from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., we are solely talking trade deadline. And yeah, we might have some guests on, but don't tell me.
Okay, Kittredge to the Cubs. Andrew,
are you kidding? Are you actually joking?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Are you legitimately joking right now?
What more could you ask for? Okay.
Now I need to know return. God.
How am I supposed to chip with this going on, Doug? Right? This is unfreaking believable.
This is
unfreaking believable. I think right now, guys.
Yeah, so much for only expiring. I mean,
that's back to back. Now that they're trading everyone.
Zach, I'm gonna just add it to the thumbnail now. Okay, so
you're gonna have to make room on the thumbnail at this point for the O'Hearn next. I don't know what we're doing.
I told Zach, or I told our Holy Shirts and Pants members earlier on the channel. So I'm gonna write up some more things for our Holy Shirts and Pants members on the Ryan Ripken Show. I did write last night, or maybe it was this morning. I'm losing track of time. I expected the Orioles to make 3 more moves. And I thought that a couple were coming today. I guess technically I was wrong because one came today and the other one came at 12:22.
Yeah.
But here we are. And Zach, we just had this conversation with the Ryan Helsley move to the Mets and Duran to the Phillies. If relievers are available and these top closers are going, and you saw what the price is going to be for them, you're going after the next value. And right now, it's high leverage relievers. Kittredge is one of those guys. He's got a friendly option for next year as well. a team was going to pounce on the opportunity and a contending team was going to pounce on the opportunity. Do we have anything else from this deal yet?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Do you think he travels with the team to Chicago?
No, they're probably already there. I'd assume.
Well, if he's not, they should just bring him along. No, I'm looking. We don't see it. It took a while for the Urias return to come down, didn't it?
Yeah.
We didn't really know for what. I mean, I was sleeping, but I guess you.
Oh, you thought we were going to have an easy night to go to bed and relax and call it a day. No sirree here. Not here at Ryan Ripken
Zach and
Media.
I trading the entire team's looking more realistic by the hour.
Wow.
Are we having fun yet?
This is
fun. This is fun.
So I mentioned this to the ones I watched earlier. So this is the third stream of the day.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it, Kevin and Zach, all the time, but for me, I'm like, I am freaking tired. But what I was trying to explain was it's exciting for teams that are fans of sellers to see what value you can get back, but you always want to be the team that's buying because you're going for a World Series. Like, you're in it. You're there. So, like, when Duran got traded to the Phillies, even though they gave up 2 of their top 6 prospects, you're in it. You're excited because you got a freaking beast. On this side, though, for some fans, like, it's going to hurt. And some of the deals are going to scratch your head. The Diamondbacks, and I'm curious when that whole package comes out here, just because
we are on package watch for a lot of things now.
Yeah,
that package watch for a lot. But also, what we're finding out is just our certain teams valuing guys. Like, where is that around? What are we looking at? It's really interesting. I see.
Do you see what Bob Nightingale just posted?
No.
I need a break.
The Chicago Cubs have acquired veteran Orioles reliever Andrew Kittredge. The deal was completed earlier in the day and will be announced in the morning. Oh, Suarez package dropped.
Nice. Who are the pitchers?
I don't know, Kevin. I just saw in the chat that Suarez. So give me a sec.
You're not quick enough. You're not quick enough.
Let's see the latest for Suarez. All right. Hunter Cranton and Juan Burgos. So Cranton is their 16th and Burgos is their 17th. So it took 17, 16, and 9 to get Suarez.
Okay.
Hey,
I don't hate that for either side, honestly.
17, 16, and 9 for a rental.
Yeah.
It's a rental. And I said this earlier, so if anyone watched the stream earlier and now you're coming back and you're going, well, here's Ryan telling another story again. Well, let me tell you about a tale of 2016, June 4th, actually, and why when we talk about trading for players, you're not going to know what's going to happen here. Kevin, I don't think you heard this one, so you're going to listen to me and you're going to like it. For everyone else, okay. You too. June 4th, 2016, a Chicago team, the White Sox, decided to make a trade during the year. And yes, it was earlier before the trade deadline, but the point of the story is of who you can acquire, and it might not seem like a lot now, but it can be franchise altering for later. So the White Sox in 2016 acquired James Shields in an effort to try to push themselves further along in the AL Central. They were 29-27 on the season. They got Shields, who just the year prior signed with the Padres. And in the end of the article, it says, well, the big piece of this trade is a 17-year-old kid that the Padres got in return that maybe might have to move the third base, and they hope that he can become an elite prospect. He wasn't at the time. Well, that player, Kevin, turned out to be Fernando Tatis Jr. And that was a franchise-altering trade for the San Diego Padres, especially when he wasn't considered an elite prospect. So for everyone out there, why teams are doing this is, Zach, you mentioned it, Kevin, you said it, the lottery ticket aspect.
Yep.
You can't sit here and honestly say who's going to work out. But if you like a guy and you believe in a player and it's worth that risk, you take it. And right now, I'll tell you what, the Padres are thankful that they did. And a lot of these teams now are looking for who can be their big piece that they're acquiring down the road. So all these names that we don't know about or that you might not hear, keep them in mind. You're not going to probably get that answer next year or in 2 years. We're going to probably looking 3, 4, 5 years down the road. So,
yeah. Apparently the Tigers were very close on Kittredge, but then the Cubs got the deal done. I actually think this deal was done, but they wanted Kittredge to go with the team because apparently they traveled there and he's staying at the team hotel. I think that because apparently the deal was decided earlier today. I'm sure they didn't announce it because they wanted him to just get up on the team plane.
And I want to try to explain a couple things here. I saw a comment here from Jacob. Hey, how you doing? Man, we're trying to compete next year, not 3 to 4 years from now. And I'm assuming we're talking about the Orioles. I think a lot of people like both teams or like the Orioles. I don't know. Maybe. If you're looking at these moves, by the way, in my mind, what moves here makes it think that they won't be competing next year with the nucleus that they have on their roster? Like, Kevin, like, in all honesty, I know that there's a lot of holes in the bullpen now because everybody's gone.
Literally.
Yeah.
But where in this on the position player side and your nucleus of players makes it think that this is not going to be an Orioles team that it plans to contend? Do they have to make moves, Kevin? Yes, but they got a lot of pieces there that they are not going to move.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, on the position player side, yes, like your core set. I just think when you're talking about, I mean, the Orioles are honestly in a pretty unique situation, and I mean, it's not anything that hasn't happened before, but it is kind of rarer to be, kind of an all-out selling team like this, not trading away your core pieces, but just like, kind of moving off of guys expirings and now guys that, have club options and were under contract in 2026. And I think that it's something that honestly, Zach and I, and, Ryan, we talked about it too, over the past month, is like, there are a lot of ways the trade deadline could go. And I think that with the Orioles trying to retool for 26, when you see the Orioles acquiring like 20-year-old prospects and guys in low A ball for veterans who could maybe help you in 2026, like those specific players, yes, they are not going to be able to help you for the next however many years it is while they rise their way through the ranks. But, Zach made the point, 20, 30 minutes ago about the fact that, like, probably not all these guys are going to finish their careers in Baltimore, right? There are probably going to be some maneuverings around. Like, we literally just saw the Rays acquire somebody to just flip them to another team. Like, I feel like the Orioles, they have a bigger plan that maybe won't be executed today or tomorrow, but maybe in the offseason we see, and this also gives you flexibility to say, hey, we've acquired all these arms in our system. One, the system is replenished. Two, you now have more flexibility to move off of whether it's the guys you have acquired over the last 24, 48 hours, or maybe it's guys who have been in your system. You now have more flexibility to trade those guys without feeling like it's your last line of defense prospect wise. So, if they go into the 2026 season, and this is thinking like, 9 months from now, but if you go into 2026 and you haven't made moves and you're kind of running it back and you've signed a couple of stopgap veterans for the bullpen, then yeah, we can have a different conversation. But I think that there are multiple ways the trade deadline could have gone here for the Orioles in terms of them moving off of these pieces. And the reality is, like, if you want veteran major league talent that can help you for multiple years, well, contending teams need that. If you're trading a guy, like, let's just use Kittredge for an example. I don't know what the return is for him. I don't know if it's been dropped, but if you're trading Kittredge to the Cubs and you're asking them back, they're trying to make a push and whatnot. Let's just say they are and you say to the Cubs, hey, we want someone back that can help us this year and next year, and a major league ready guy, someone who can be on our big league club right now and help us win. The Cubs are going to say, well, we need that guy. Like we need that guy right now. So you're not going to get a lot of bites on that type of package unless it's like a weird situation. It's a bad fit. A guy wants out. So I know that's where people were talking about, like, for the Orioles, there were a couple of teams that could have maybe fit that bill, but this was probably always the way it was going to go for Baltimore. But I think it does open up a lot of flexibility in the future to build around the core that you have for 2026, while also hopefully, and I say hopefully, add the pieces you need to around them.
It's a complex conversation when it comes to like how you evaluate. I don't want to say complex in the sense like it's not hard to understand, but I do get why people feel certain ways. But guys, in baseball, things don't go your way even when you're projected to be good. The Orioles were a favorite by many, but going into the season, you knew what your deficiencies on your team would be. You did.
Yeah.
I would argue with all of this over the last few years, what everyone's saying about, the Orioles are losing bullpen pieces. How many people over the years when the Orioles brought people in, did they complain about said bullpen pieces that were brought in?
Mm-hmm.
I can say, like, honestly, of every pitcher the Orioles had brought in via free agency or a trade, at some point, fans did not think highly of them. The only one that they didn't that's been on this bullpen, do you guys want to take a guess? It's a guy that's not pitching right now.
Who?
He's 6'8".
Felix Bautista.
That's the only pitcher I've heard zero Oriole fans talk about. But when I say about this, where being a relief pitcher in baseball stinks. Like, it's a great job, but it stinks. If you're not a closer, it stinks because guys bounce around so much. If it was great, guys would stay in one place all the time because it's unpredictable. When the Orioles rose to winning in 2022, their starting rotation wasn't great. Their bullpen was lights out. And you know what their bullpen was lights out with? CNL Perez was one of those guys. Jorge Lopez, but then got traded. Felix Bautista on the rise. Dylan Tate, right? Was it Tate's year he was going off that year?
Yeah.
22.
That was the big Dylan Tate year.
So with that, Zach and Kevin, what happened to Perez? Falling off, right? Not good the last year plus, right? Okay. How about last year or 2023? Jacob Webb gets DFA'd from the Angels. He gets picked up from the Orioles, who's pretty good. Then had his moments, he's gone. Danny Coulombe has been unhittable the last 2-3 years. But why wasn't Danny Coulombe a piece of teams in the earlier years? Right? So you guys are getting my point. The harder part for me is to develop your starting rotation, and your hardest part is to get your team fundamentally ready. I think the Orioles fundamentally need to fix things. I told you guys this about how they finish games and play, and then they need to bolster their starting rotation. If you have Kyle Bradish fully healthy with Trevor Rogers, Dean Kramer, love Grayson, but you can't count on him. If your starters are good and your offense plays, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And Zach or Kevin, one of you guys said the stat the other day that the Orioles lineup that they just had a few days ago was only like the 5th time all year.
Yeah, I think it was the 6th.
The 6th that they had that lineup who they were expecting to play.
Yeah, and what did they do in this Toronto series when they got a majority of them back? Would say pretty damn well, Yeah,
it's very interesting. And you know what? If they need some starting pitching, there's one over there in Taiwan.
I was just gonna say,
come on over, Zach. Come on back.
We need a little relief.
Yeah, look at this guy photoshopping a photo of him pitching in an Orioles uniform. Kidding me? Just kidding. That's actually Zach Lowther, former Oriole, former teammate and roommate of Ryan Ripken. Good to see you, Zach. Good kid.
I was just gonna say, good kid.
Really good kid. Kevin, it's so weird that you're faceless.
I know. I think the last time I was faceless for this long, like when I was at my place, was when I was deathly sick and sounded like literal death. I think I came on that stream and was just muted.
Yeah, I think. Oh, was that? Yes, because then you said like a single thing, and I remember you're like,
yeah, I literally just no, because you guys were all on, and I popped on at the very, very end.
yeah, and we were like, Kevin, say something,
Yeah,
and then you're like, thanks, guys, and we
I,
were like,
I
oh
was
my,
so out. Yeah, I was so done.
sold.
I know. Yeah,
Bring 'em
running
back.
on 2 hours of sleep is plus a 30-minute nap is something.
So I'm curious, guys. You know, I know it's swirling around.
Kittredge.
What?
I said we've yet to, at least at the moment, say anything for Kittredge.
Oh, they got Pete Crow Armstrong. Oh my god.
You know what though, guys? Forgot where I was going with this. Oh, it was a pretty solid point. Oh, not a solid point, but this is why I think that we're so far from the finish line here with the deadline, is because when you're seeing what guys are going for, and you see some guys that maybe aren't playing, things are gonna start to rise. Mason Miller hasn't pitched. They're winning the game right now. It's a save situation, and there's no injury to Mason Miller. He's not in the game. So I think when the A's saw what the Twins got for Duran, that they got 2 top 6 prospects, I'm sure that the Padres, if that's a team that's interested, or the Dodgers, or whoever wants Mason Miller, I think that they might be willing to really make a compelling offer that the A's are going to say, screw it, let's do it.
I mean, that's a guy who is worth that. You know, there are very few guys that you can get at the deadline that I genuinely believe can go and change a bullpen completely. And Mason Miller is a guy who can change a bullpen for years to come. You know, it's not just, oh, he's a rental, you're getting him, and hopefully you do. That you get Mason Miller, you're for the next 4 years, you're set.
And you know what, guys? That's the tweet right now that John Heyman just put out, that the Padres are working, not done yet, but they are talking right now to the San Diego, or the A's are talking with the Padres about a deal. Could you imagine?
Wow.
You know the reason why? Because the rumor is everyone wants to play with Gavin Sheets, Derry Bonds
So
out there.
crazy.
It is.
Honestly.
This is people are talking shit about this trade deadline. And I don't know, like, yeah, we haven't had anything, but I think we are about to see some crazy things happen. If Mason Miller gets moved, that's unreal.
It
like,
is.
What are they giving up?
It must be an absolute movie to have AJ Preller as your GM. Just like you have no clue.
It's like Kevin. It's literally like after this, I can go play MLB The Show, and that's
everyone.
And that would be it. Like,
this is just continuing to be a night. I don't know if I should get a coffee or take a shot of tequila at this point in time.
Do we? All right. Should we? Is there going to be another trade announced before 7 a.m. tomorrow?
there's such a chance.
Kevin,
I would just love for them to just announce what we got. Like, that would just be so dope.
Are they just not going to do it until tomorrow?
I'm really concerned that, because remember they announced that they if this was done earlier today and it'll be announced tomorrow, why are we holding on to secrets? Like, why? Who? Nobody likes secrets, and like I feel like the insiders are holding on to secrets right now.
They definitely are. They definitely are.
So, but this is the thing that's crazy with me when you're looking at the landscape of the situation. If you're just tuning in, by the way, we got Ryan Ripken Media, 2 of our shows, the Ryan Ripken Show, Kevin and Zach React, collabing right now. Why? Because baseball is deciding to say we are making every move right now. And it has been a lot of moves. The best bat on the market, Suarez to the Mariners, Ramon Urias to the Astros, Andrew Kittredge to the Cubs, Zach Littell to the Reds, Steven Matz to the Red Sox. And that's just for the late hour. That's the after dark hour. But earlier today, Ryan Helsley to the Mets, the closer for the Cardinals. Yohan Duran from the Twins to the Phillies. Things are getting cooking right now. And then word that Mason Miller is out there. And look, I saw a comment too, and I know we mentioned earlier, overall, not that it was probably on teams' radars to trade some of these stars, but why wouldn't you open up the door if you were going to do it? Why wouldn't you see what's available? Even though in my heart of hearts, guys, I don't see Felix Bautista, if he was healthy, that he got moved. Because I think the Orioles are in a much better spot. The Twins are really in that no man's land of trying to figure out where they are. The Athletics have a lot of young talent, but they are also in a very similar situation where this is desperate teams that are willing to sacrifice blue chip talent. So I'm really, really interested overall about what could happen. I would still be shocked if the A's move something that isn't jaw dropping. I would.
Yeah,
If they steal Ethan Salas from me, we're gonna have problems.
I mean, let's look at real fast.
I have a funny story about the Kittredge trade that happened. Like, it's not news; it's just funny.
Oh, I was like, do you have something?
No, it's just a funny story. It's not anything. It's not news.
Kevin's actually in Chicago.
Yeah,
Right.
Kevin,
I
Kevin's the return.
True. Hey, give me 150,000. I'll pitch in the bullpen.
For 150,000.
Yeah, meanest ephus you've ever. Man, I'd do it for $2. Meanest ephus you've ever seen. But someone on the Heyman tweet of the Kittredge of the Cubs, some person asked Grok who the return was, and Grok said literally that the Cubs traded Carson Kelly to the Orioles, and then the guy was like, "Wait, are you being for real?" And they're like, Grok was like, "Wait, no, never mind."
I mean, hell, I would take that.
Holy shirts.
I would just take knowing what it was.
Could you imagine if the Padres got Steven Kwan and Mason Miller?
I would not be happy.
So here's the thing with the Padres, guys. Because I looked at, okay, what's it going to take for them to, for them to be, for the A's in my mind to make this move. And I'm going to say then, I'm not even going to go down the list here, because if we're looking at the Duran trade, where that got a 2 top 6 prospects, right?
Yeah.
Where they got Abel and Tate. Then we're not going to go farther than this list right here. Okay? But I want you guys to take a look at the top 2 guys, because those are DeFries, and I apologize if I mispronounced that wrong, and then Kevin, your boy, Salas. Okay? So on the top 100 prospect list, Leo, their number 1 prospect, is the 3rd best prospect in all of baseball. And Ethan sits at 20. And I'm really wondering and sitting there, would one of those be in the package to get Miller? In my opinion, for the A's to do it, I think the answer has to be yes. I don't know if they would sacrifice the third. And maybe you're saying, why would you sacrifice Ethan if you think he can be your catcher for the future? But Mason Miller also can be one of your big dudes for a long time, especially if you retain him.
What is
I'm probably, and also on top of that, they're gonna get one of those top 4 pitchers, whether it's Ned or Cruz. I think has to be in the deal. Has to be.
Yeah, I mean, after this year, you still have 4 more years of Mason Miller, so it's going to take a haul. It's going to take an absolute haul.
I think it's going to have to take one of the first 2 guys on their list, and it's going to have to take 1 or 2 of their pitching prospects.
Yeah. Is that worth it? I mean, if you're going for it this year, you might think so, because also we talk about, obviously, you know, with arbitration, it's not that Mason Miller's necessarily going to be getting a massive payday. So it's going to be cheaper to have him on, and then, you know, it might be worth it. Also, real fast, I did want to get to 2 supers. Jorge Mateo and Tyler O'Neill that would be something. And then this actually, appreciate you. This actually makes Sanel Perez has to be coming up, right? Like, there's no way with all of the
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I feel like he has to.
I'm so excited for. I'm not going to be up. Maybe I will. No, I won't. I'm so excited for the Kevin and Zach React Ripken collab stream of the Andrew Kittredge return. It's 7 a.m. tomorrow morning.
That might just be a Kevin and Zach react. Because
Rockabaco. Damn. Okay, Rock. I don't want to read your story. I thought he was tweeting news.
We let Rocco come on, by the way.
Is Rocco down there?
Is he here?
No, he's asking how long we're going to be on. But you know the funny thing with Rocco? I know what he's doing. He's playing NHL.
I would roast Rocco and chill.
Rocco, if you're listening.
I was forged in college by someone who was way better at chill than I was, and I had to learn how to beat him.
Yeah. You know, looking at all this, by the way, and maybe we do a trade special on what's happening. But if this leaked news with the Padres is happening, I'm sure the A's are going to look to another team or two to drive up the price. Mm-hmm. And I saw the Dodgers get thrown in that conversation. I think also when you hear these reports, I think the A's want teams to hear this. I think they want to know what's the best possible deal that you can get. Yeah. And this is what you guys are seeing. Like the Suarez got traded and we saw 3 prospects. That's the best bat on the market. When we're looking at some of the other big bats that are still going to be available, guys like O'Hearn and Seti with the Orioles, obviously. Ramon Laureano is an interesting one. Mm-hmm. I think you got to scale back on what that value is, what we're seeing, what the market is telling us. Closers are getting some big dough. Team control pitching is going to get the big value move, you know? And so I saw some things about the Orioles. Guys, I wouldn't be shocked if the Orioles went after a team control starter for next year. It's the same concept as free agency, but you're making the investment now. So I'm really, really interested to see what is going to end up happening. And by the way, Kevin, Rocco said he's up 5-0 and he would wipe the floor with your little ass. And
well, is he playing online or is he playing on rookie? If there's the CPU.
Yeah, I mean, he's claiming he's doing that, but just it's a lot of things to keep everyone's eye on here. It is pretty wild to see what has transpired over time. Dodgers have a great farm system, though. Padres right here definitely do. And things are heating up overall here as far as team-controlled arms. One of the arms, guys, I am interested because he's had a terrible year, but he still has an electric upside, is Sandy Alcantara, which apparently Bob Nightingale just tweeted out that the Astros are now engaged in trade discussions with the Marlins for Sandy. after talks with the San Diego Padres for Cease have cooled off. So if
the Astros are always, they're inevitable. They're inevitable. I don't know how they do it. They literally just find ways. If they get Sandy, I will say, if they get Sandy, I'm feeling real good. I did potentially place a wager today on Phillies.
Potentially.
On Phillies Astros to be the World Series matchup. So,
there you go. Hey, I just saw this. We've had it scrolling for a while. We're waiting for when the news was released on it. So, Zach, could you pull up for the final package for Suarez? For Urias, it was Justin Twine, pitcher in A-ball. It's coming over to the Orioles. Essentially, more of a could be very salary related, but also the value of utility guys. Matt's went to the Sox. So do you have the Mariners one? I can get the Sox one back up.
Oh, yeah. So Mariner. Yeah, I can do the Mariners one.
I can pull it up too. Or do you want me to read it? Or you got it?
Yeah, I got it. I'll work on this real fast.
Okay, well, I'll just say with the Cardinals giving up Mats, one of the players that they're receiving in return is Blaze Jordan from the Red Sox. So that was a big part of that trade. There was a three-way trade. Zach Littell is going from the Rays to the Reds. The Dodgers received, because it's a three-way trade, Adam Serwinowski, Paul Gervais, and catcher Ben Roadtrip. I definitely mispronounced that one. Rays received catcher Hunter Fiducia, right-handed pitcher Brian Van Bell, and Reds then received. I'm just going to pull that all back up because I'm butchering names left and right here. But that's okay. That's okay.
We're
having a good time.
We're all learning.
We're all learning. We're all about having fun. Zach, do you have that to pull up?
Yeah, I just need the Suarez trade, and then I'm good.
All right, I'm going to pull up the I'll pull up the three-way trade again so people can see what I said and not how bad it was. So there it is. There's a trade Jeff Passan reported. That's one of the moves, and guys, that's one of the few starting pitchers that have gone so far. Not a ton of starting pitchers have been moved yet. So just things to follow here. As we get closer, a lot of teams still need starting pitching. You know, the Cubs made the move for Kittredge. They are still in the market for a starter. So looking forward to seeing what that means, what's going to happen next. If you're new to the channels, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show and Kevin and Zach React, all part of Ryan Ripken Media, because we're maybe not always a happy family, but we're a family over here. And I guess he's done playing NHL. I guess he got the victory. And he's back wearing
he had a massive choke.
He definitely came on here to talk shit.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Hey, Rock.
What's up, guys? How are you?
Okay, be a little bit more enthusiastic.
Jeez.
Buddy, I took a sleeping pill about an hour and a half ago, and then all this.
I feel like that's a you problem.
That's what I should do. I should definitely try to take a sleeping pill and come on a stream and try to see how long I can stay awake.
No, it's tough, Kev. Like, I'm trying to keep my eyes open, but
so you thought in this mind, you're like,
I should probably hop on.
Yeah.
Because he's having serious FOMO.
You know what? I respect that, Rocco. Good for I respect it.
Thanks, guys. How's everything? How are the vibes in this chat right now?
Any trade deadline is always fun for me. And this is what Zach and I joke about it. We've been waiting for this moment since day 2 of the season. We started talking trade. We started talking trades after the first Orioles loss of the season, and here we are. So we're pumped.
There's nothing better and more entertaining than a pissed off chat. I love it. I don't know how pissed off our chat is right now, but
they're fine, Rocco. They're enjoying themselves.
Honestly, I think people are most pissed off about the fact that they're going to wait till tomorrow to announce who they got for Kittredge.
Dude, does Bob or Heyman just like tweet something out and then fall asleep? Like with the Urias trade,
Yeah, it took
why
like
did it
30
take
minutes to get that done.
7 hours to get the return? It was like, buddy, tweet it.
No, these apparently, I guess they know they know the return clearly because they've been talking about how the deal was done earlier and they're waiting for tomorrow to announce it.
Yeah. But like I'm saying, everyone was like waiting on like who'd they get, who got dished for Urias, and it was like waiting, and then he finally put out that they got Palmer. So,
Zach, did you find with Rocco bringing down the mood? Did you find that Suarez Mariners image?
I'm not gonna lie. I was putting the names on the banner. That's on me. Me. That's why I was typing for so long. Yeah. I didn't I'm not gonna lie. I was not typing out this full 3-team trade.
No, it's okay.
I looked up and I was like, I'm not that me specifying that like that is like. But yeah, let me get the Suarez trade real fast.
Yeah.
What's the temperature right now as far as like how a good old Birdland's feeling about tonight?
I don't think people are too happy. I mean, but when you're selling, the majority of the fan base isn't going to be.
Well, people weren't happy about the Urias move. I'll honestly argue this.
Yeah.
You know, this whole conversation of, we got a lot of guys to play. Well, here's a simple thing. Westberg plays third every day. Jackson plays second every day. Gunnar plays short. And regardless of what happens now, your DH or first base needs to be Kobe Mayo.
Yeah.
So the reason why that they kept rotating guys was for all these reasons. I hate to see Ramon go, but in this case, let one of your guys ride it out. And Kobe Mayo that's the guy I'm eyeing right now. I think that he's got the confidence going. And the Orioles, you owe it to him to see if he can be that bopper. And if he is, you're going to benefit. But he's got to play. And the Orioles had too many infielders that they wanted to play. There's the trade. Zach, read it off for our group.
Yeah, so we got the Mariners receiving Eugenio Suarez for the Diamondbacks. First base prospect Tyler Locklear, who is the number 9 prospect according to MLB Pipeline. Right-handed pitcher Hunter Cranton, who is number 16, and Juan Burgos, I'm assuming. Sorry if I butchered that, number 17 prospect. So number 9, 16, and 17, which is a decent haul for Eugenio Suarez, who he spent, last year in Seattle, I believe?
Yes.
20 was it 2 years ago?
I'm also pulling up the Mariners. Curious how quickly this change over. Quick enough? No. So Burgos is in AAA. Hunter Cranon in High A. And Locklear obviously has been up to the bigs. So you got 3 different pieces there. Diamondbacks. You know what's interesting? If we're talking about teams that have disappointed this year, Arizona is one of those teams. They've had injuries, but they thought that they'd be right in this, and they're not. Baltimore's in a similar boat, so they're trying to get pieces back for what they can. They get 3 pieces right there in that deal. So,
see you, Zach.
No, bye.
Yeah.
Zach quit.
He quit. Where'd he go? Brock, I'm glad you hopped on for this energy.
And
Thanks,
now
buddy.
I feel like I feel like I'm third wheeling right back.
I have some.
No, Kevin. If you're not here, I would have felt uncomfortable.
I feel bad for this fan base, and here's why.
Yeah.
Because this team's 2 years removed from winning 101 games and winning the division, and all signs after that were pointing towards the O's being a contender, in the next couple of years. This was 2 years ago. They should have been buyers at this deadline if everything would have worked out. But unfortunately, it didn't. And for one reason or another, we all have our opinions. It's a shitty situation to be in. This trade deadline, they could be in a much different situation, but it's I don't know, man. It's like the what if factor. I do feel for the fan base and what they've had to go through the last.
Well, I think another big what kind of also sucks right now, and I think which is confusing to the fan base, is Elias and them were very gung-ho on like, hey, we're trading just guys with expiring contracts. And all of a sudden Urias, Baker, Kittredge, and now you're sitting there and you're going, well, I don't think Urias necessarily was going to have a massive impact on 2026.
No.
Guys like Kittredge, guys like Baker, while I believe Baker trade was a very big success, especially once DeBrun signed, Kittredge could have helped in 26. You pick up that $9 million option. I think that he could have been a very nice piece for the 2026 bullpen. But now you have to fill that role. For Sir Anthony, for Gregory Soto, you have to fill those roles down this offseason. So that's the other thing is these guys have to now go out, and you can't just say like, okay, we're going to, find pitchers to replace them. They're going to have to find some more high leverage guys because the guys they relied on in the past, like you said, when they were buying Sir Anthony, Soto and them, you got to go get them. You have to go get replacements for them now too for 2026.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty big shift. And, you're going to have Felix, Wells, some of those guys. You're going to see 4 to 5 new faces maybe in this bullpen next season. It's going to be a pretty big shift. But actually, I have a fun exercise. How increased are the odds now that the Orioles trade Laureano after they have shown that they will move off of guys with options? Is that right, Zach?
I was thinking there was no chance because of that $6.5 million option. Everything's off the table now.
I don't think it changed. I honestly, Zach, my opinion didn't change. I know you're saying it went up. I think I had the same thing. It's going to be, what do they offer you? And do you want to do personally though? I have to be blown away. And blown away probably what? Would you say blown away is a top 10 prospect, top 8 prospect for a team? Starter with upside?
Yeah, I mean was J-Dub 10 on the Blue Jays when they got him for Dominguez?
What was that?
For J-Dub. Was he 10 for the Blue Jays?
Yeah, he was 10. That's what I'm saying. That's why I want to know
for a rental.
Kittredge.
So
that's why I want to know what they got for Kittredge, because I genuinely believe it might be something of a higher end prospect.
One thing I want to point out here, and this is actually the reality. It's not the fact that this season has gone so wrong, in my opinion, for people. People are going to hate it because this is the part I see with baseball. Winning is so damn hard. What the Dodgers have done, and they have all the money and how much they win. The Dodgers, up until 2020, everyone kept going, Dodgers suck. They can't win the big game. And yet they were always in the playoffs. Always. And I saw another comment recently that said, oh, it's just going to be the Mets, the Yankees, and the Dodgers winning all championships. That's what's going to continue to be. And I said, continue to be. In that conversation, of those 3 teams, there's 2 combined championships in the last 15 years. And it's by the same team in the last 5. So I agree big markets get all this, but this is where it all stems from. We're not having this reaction, or the fan base isn't having this reaction, if the Orioles moved on and played the New York Yankees last year in the ALDS. If the Orioles won a playoff series and went to the ALCS, this doesn't hurt as much. It's the fact that no playoff success has happened with the expectations rising. Is that a fair assessment to say?
Yeah.
If they had won the playoffs and had all these injuries this year, people would go, damn, this sucks. But you would at least go, whoa, when we're healthy, we're going to win. It's the problem is when we've been healthy, they haven't won the games.
Nope.
And that is where it stems from. The Orioles held the Kansas City Royals to 3 runs and lost in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
That's just what I want to get out of this. It's the Orioles need to change a lot of things. And for fans, I hate it for a fan base and growing up in a city that I care about and you guys care about, where I have seen I haven't been around for this long, but 42 years the team hasn't gone to a championship, let alone win it. Yeah. You've seen 6 winning seasons in 42 years. 6 playoff experiences. 6. So to me, it's not about that the Orioles lost this year. It's the fact that they haven't won, having 3 straight winning seasons. That's really where it all stems from. And they have made mistakes at the deadline. Eloy Jimenez was not a good deal whatsoever. Trevor Rogers did not help the Orioles last year, but I'll tell you what, guys, you know who'd be the number 1 starter ERA-wise right now if he was qualified?
Fuji.
Trevor Rogers.
Shintaro Fujinabe. You know?
Good guy.
But no, Trevor Rogers would lead all starting pitchers in the ERA. He's got a 1.49 through 2 months. He's not going to stay that way, by the way. But like you guys get my point. Oh my God, he's back.
Yeah, my phone died, so I went and got it.
So you used your phone because your computer was dead, and then you just used your phone until your phone died, and then
Yes, and then now my computer's fully charged.
you are one incredible human.
Wow, I actually have a face. It feels weird.
Hey, Rip.
If you guys are new to the channel, this is the Ryan Ripken Show, which is on one channel, and then Kevin and Zach React, which is it's like the Brady Bunch here. So Zach and Kevin on the right, Ryan and Rocco, which we do Rip After Dark, which everyone's invited, but that's just where Rocco shows his face. He's not on sleeping pills, and
Dude,
he's
Rocco,
a lot more.
you look,
Dude, I'm not like a sleeping pill addict. Don't say I'm on.
dude. Your eyes are glazed over right
I'm
now.
not
Man.
on
I can see it in the camera.
I'm not on anything.
One singular sleeping pill.
Why are you getting?
Now I have.
Why are you getting so defensive about it?
Because he's like, you're on sleeping pills. No, I'm not on sleeping pills, but
And this is what's actually crazy is we have over 160 on Kevin and Zach Reacting. We have over 187. We have over 100. We have 187 over on the Ryan Ripken Show network. So we got over 300 people.
Almost 5,000 people tuned in on Twitter on yours, Zach.
Yeah, it's been. Hey, what can I say?
Boys,
People are excited about the trade deadline.
I have
The
a question about the Urias trade. Because the O's are investing in banking a lot on a guy that is currently an A-ball, which is could pan out, could be solid, but it's a lot of levels to move up before you get to the bigs and before you can effectively help out a ball club. It could be 2027 for all we know. It could be 2028. Who knows? With that trading away a former Gold Glover. A guy that can really help a team in more ways than one. I'm not saying Ramon Urias is a superstar, but wouldn't you have loved to have seen the O's get a little bit more in return from the Astros than, if this kid Palmer ends up being a stud, I will gladly eat my words, but I just would have loved to have seen the O's get something a little bit more from the Astros than just an A-ball pitcher.
I mentioned this earlier, Rock, and this wholeheartedly. And people aren't going to like this answer. Again, this is my former teammate. I love Ramon's game, and the reason why I love what he's done is that you can sit the guy for 7 days. You can tell him that he sucks. You could say all these things to him, and he doesn't care. Goes out and plays. He's not impacted by not being in rhythm or what the perception is. He goes and plays, and that's a value to a team. But how Orioles fans value Ramon is not how the rest of baseball values Ramon. Utility guys aren't going to be valued in that sense. And really what the value is saying there, Ramon, despite all this, I got a curiosity because I'd want to know in your guys' perspective. Ramon's been in the big leagues now since 2020. He had 10 games in 2020, and then mainly in the bigs from 21 on. Has had a little bit of time with him in AAA. Do you guys want to guess how many games he's played in a season overall?
Ramon?
Yeah, most games he's played in a year.
83.
118. It's the most he's played. Okay? And that was his best year. 3.6 WAR, 16 home runs. Next year, he played 116 games. How many home runs do you think Ramon had after having 16 the year before? Any guess? Anybody? Kevin.
From 118?
So he had 16 the year before and 118 games.
Let's say 8.
It's 10.
We'll go 11.
Okay.
62.
Great answer, Rocco. 4.
Oh.
Last year, he had 11. This year, he has 8 in 77
I knew
games.
he had 11 at one point. I was going to say.
So here's my thing, guys. I'm going to pull it up now. Because, again, I love the player Ramon. I do. So I don't want to get that mixed. But when we're talking about value or overvaluing how Orioles fans look at Ramon compared to around the league, this is a guy that is the definition of he is a unbelievable utility guy, and he does what you need him to do. But trading him at 31 years old out to a team, they don't view him necessarily the same. Now, Rock, could they have gotten another piece? Maybe they could have.
Nice. That's what I'm saying. Like I saw Zach
but I don't.
comment,
But what is that piece? I think that's the
makes
part
sense.
where I'm even having a hard time of describing it. Is what piece are you expecting?
I don't know, Rip, but like a 2-for-1 deal would have been nice if they go out and get another minor league prospect in return as well. I just think, high A or just A ball pitcher you get in return for a guy that's already established. I just feel like they could have gotten a bit more. I'm not saying, they could have gotten an all-star for Ramon Urias. I'm not saying that by any means, or even a big league guy, but. Can't get another player out of the deal. Can't be like a 2-for-1. Like you're banking on this guy potentially. I don't know. I'm not saying being a stud. His ceiling, he could be, but you truly don't know. He could go through the O's minor league system and absolutely suck ass.
He could, but people are
taking
and again, I
flyers,
love Ramon. You're glorifying Ramon as this part of it, and that's why here's the other reality. The Orioles didn't expect Ramon Urias to be around this long. I can guarantee you that. Because you know why? That's one of the reasons why they didn't have other players come up, because they felt that they owed it to the fan base to play a guy that can win and help the team. But you know what that blocked? That blocked other players from coming up. That was a big part of it. 2 guys that blocked it, Ramon and Jorge Mateo. Were 2 players. And now you have this reset of time. I think Zach Lavey put it in here. It's Elias thinks long-term, better than anyone. It's a short-term gratification from fans. And this is the funny thing. I guess somebody said that Zach's being a homer. Yeah, I remember talking to Zach about this. Zach is speaking from a guy that got released by that said guy too. Like, we're not trying to sugarcoat this, so we're not trying to pick favorites. And also, Zach, it feels great to get released, right? It's a good feeling.
But
good too.
Also, Ryan, to talk about the lottery ticket. In 2019, the Orioles traded away a guy that they were hoping to pretty much get anything for in Dylan Bundy, and they got back a single-A pitcher. Ended up being Kyle Bradish. So, you got to just – it's a lottery ticket. This guy – I said it before when I was first talking about it. I was like, this guy might become the next literally someone already called him Cakes Jr. You know, maybe he's the next Jim Palmer with the last name. Or he doesn't get above AA.
It's true.
Both are possible. But that's why you traded for him, because they think that there's a better possibility that he hits than he doesn't.
Yeah.
Again, I'll go with that. I'll go with the trade. I'm saying it would have been nice if they could have gotten something else in return.
No, I agree. It's not the return
And
you were.
and I saw Zach's comment when I say established player. Yeah, I know Urias is a utility guy, but I'm talking about established as an established big leaguer who's played for 5+ years on a big league club. That sounds like established to me. I'm not saying superstar, all-star. Like, I'm talking strictly based off of, like, he's established himself as a big league ball player. He's been in the league for many years. 6, 5. Rip, is my math off? But that's what I'm getting at when I say the word established.
Even if it wasn't for a guy who was major league ready, like, a swap like that, like, I'd say if you got, a low A pitcher or just an A ball pitcher and maybe like a guy in AA, like that's really all I'd would have liked to see. Like, I wasn't expecting anybody who was going to be ready to play in the majors for Urias, because I think the trade-off from Urias, a team is going to be like, wait, well, we also need our guy who can play in the majors like the Astros. And that's kind of that, like, it's the line you have to toe when you're trading and you're trying to retool for 26, but you also want to get pieces that can help you in 26, but teams need those pieces to help them win in 25. So I wasn't expecting, like, if they were to move off of Urias, I thought, like, two prospects I think would have been what I would have liked to see. But I do think that the move is more just about freeing up space. Now, could they have gotten more while freeing up space? Sure. But I think the ultimate goal for them was making room. They didn't want Urias around for 26, clearly. They want to free up that spot for other guys. And, while I'm not overly impressed with the return, I think that the return definitely wasn't the only factor that, the Orioles were considering here.
It's not, but here's just to throw this all together. Again, I'm sitting here not trying to defend the moves, but it's the perception of how people view players. You guys look around the league so far. Has there been some moves where you went, holy shirts and pants? Like, they gave up that for a player? We've had those. Then you've had other moments of,
the
damn,
whole Mets fan base.
That's what they got for that player, right? Teams with higher leverage guys are going to pay more. My guess is not many teams were fully in on Ramon. And I'll be honest, no team in their mind was saying, oh, we're going to acquire Ramon and we're going to, in this process, we're going to give you a top 30 prospect. I don't think any team was going to consider that, because this isn't also a pitcher like Brian Baker, similar situation. Brian Baker can throw 98 and have 3 years of team control. If it's a bullpen arm with that got the Orioles the 37th overall pick. It's just value. I'm not trying to devalue what Ramon meant to the Orioles. The Orioles, it meant a lot to him and what he did. And he can go to the Astros and put it up. I guess I'd look back and I had to see some trades. Who was a good utility guy that bounced around a ton and won a World Series with the Red Sox and was a part of that? He rounded first to score, or sorry, rounded the bases on the Delman Young double, but he's not the last one to score. But not JJ, Steve Pearce. Steve Pearce was a journeyman, guys, a journeyman. And I feel like that's how Ramon is. It's a guy that sure could play, but he was mostly viewed as a journeyman. And actually, looking at Steve Pearce's numbers, pretty interestingly similar, and actually had more home runs than Ramon. So I thought that was interesting. It's just thoughts, just concerns. Hey, Ray, hey, Ryan, it's not hard for a 30 prospect. Okay, hey, don't shoot the messenger here on certain things. Don't have to get mad at me on that. It's a lot harder than you think it is on how this works out. So there's not excuses. I don't know what the hell you want me to say. Not making excuses. Could they have gotten something else? Sure. They decided not to. And that's how it is. Bam. Whammy. And yeah, Steve Pierce did win the. So actually, you know what? Ray and I agree. What would I know? You're right. I might not know anything. But you know what also Ramon Urias was claimed for? Nothing. Claimed for cash. I digress. But Rock, are you still awake?
Barely.
You look right through. You're a good kid, man. I can't believe it's 1:24 in the morning and we still got all these people that are tuning in right now on Kevin and Zach React and the Ryan Ripken Show. We appreciate it. Actually, hey, for the Cubs fan, Zach, Kevin, you guys want to give the lowdown on Kittredge first on given what they're getting with Andrew?
Yeah. Drunk uncle. The drunk uncle, baby.
Just no scouting report.
Yeah, Andrew Kittredge. I mean, I would say for him it's consistency. You know, that's the biggest thing. And real fast, if I can pull up his stats from this year, he's got 3.45 ERA. I think he's someone that honestly the Orioles didn't get to see the complete Andrew Kittredge. I don't want to say experience, but they didn't get everything out of him because throughout it he was getting back from injury, the offseason injury. And I think he's a guy who has proven over the years. I mean, last year he had 2.8 ERA. He does not walk a ton of guys. It's not the best, but his big thing is I feel like he's been consistent, and he's a guy that I trust out there. You know, you see a lot of guys go out there in high leverage, and it feels like at times the moment's too big for him. He never gave me that feeling. So he's a reliable, trustworthy, at least trustworthy in the sense that if game's on the line, especially recently, I trusted Kittredge in the game.
Yeah.
I think I have a little Kittredge radar here. You want to see it right now? Rocco,
let's see it.
Rocco, eyes awake, buddy. Eyes awake. Eyes awake, Rocco. They're making a move in a little bit. But here's the thing with Kittredge. He's really big on throwing that slider, and he loves throwing a sinker and four-seamer. Like, that's his MO. Slider's his go-to pitch, what he wants to do. That's what he feels the most comfortable with. That's his best pitch metric-wise. Guys are hitting 164 off of it. He'll throw it at any count, right? The fact that if you're spinning your slider more than your fastball command pitches, that's telling you something. So he relies heavily on that, goes one way, and then once you have guys diving over the plate, he'll run that sinker in on you. That's what he likes to do. Sinker in, slider away. And I really like his makeup. I really thought he was going to be part of the O's next year. But with how the market was going, it's going to Chicago. And Kevin, you'll be up at 7 a.m. to do the live show.
Legendary Andrew Kittredge return stream.
Yeah. I mean, this year I don't see his percentage because he's not qualified. But in 2024, he's in the 100th percentile in chase percentage. 23, he didn't qualify. Did not qualify the rest of these, but he's up there pretty much at the top 1-2% in chase percentage. So he's, I think, reliable is the best. Overall, it feels like that's kind of the best word to describe him. It's just he's a guy who it never feels like the moment's too big. It never really gets away from him, which is nice.
Yeah.
So I got distracted by this. You see Dallas Braden tweeted out 37 minutes ago, not here to break the news, just here to help mend the broken hearts.
For what, Mason Miller?
That's what it seems. I don't know.
Yeah, remember, I cannot believe a year ago today we were talking about Scooble and Mason Miller to the Orioles. What a vibe shit.
What it could have been right there. What it could have been. Rock, hey, Rock,
What's up?
wake up, buddy.
I'm up, dude. I'm probably
The
I'll
either
go to the
drooping,
gym
man.
in about 5 hours.
I thought you were about to say in like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
what?
thought you were about
I could. Shout out to Merritt. Open, I think 24 hours. I don't want to say 24/7, but like 24/5 maybe.
Shout it out. Dude, I can't believe it is 1:30 in the morning.
I know.
And
We have-
across the streams, there is just
over
a ton
100,
of
350, over 350 people watching.
People want more trades. People want more trades.
And so if you're just tuning in right now, for those, the trade of the night is good, at least in the late hours, goes to the Mariners, getting Suarez from the Diamondbacks, #1 bat available. Team that made trades, plural, the Baltimore Orioles sent Kittredge to the Cubs, Ramon Urias to the Astros. The Cardinals made 2 trades on the evening, Helsley earlier to the Mets, Steven Matz to the Red Sox. Who else was in on the action, right? Duran went to the Phillies from the Twins. The Phillies get their closer. That might have been the most monumental move of the night.
I know people are saying it didn't get crazy till I think people underestimate the Helsley moves, the Tyler Rogers, 1.18 ERA. I think it's been a really hectic since what 7, 6. It's been a very hectic day at the trade deadline.
Extremely hectic.
That's how we like it, though. That's how we like it. Hectic.
Yeah. But you know what we like too? We like if you guys hit that like and subscribe button. We are rocking and rolling with this. Like I kind of want to go to bed, but I'm here to stay awake to talk about
I'm
this.
starting to give up on learning the
No, I think 7 a.m. Kittredge return stream. I will be sleeping, but I wish you all good luck.
Kevin, when are you going to bed at a normal hour or is
Normaler? Is that a word?
normal?
No,
hour?
Kevin's gonna go to bed at like 6.
No. I actually have to edit down. I have to edit down Locked On Ravens. I have to post it and do all the whole 9 yards there, and then.
So like 6.
Well, yeah, it's already 1:30.
Maybe sleeping pills are starting to kick in.
Starting to?
Are you
Time
sure
you
you
have to
just
be up,
pills?
bro.
Rocky, you've been half asleep.
Yeah.
And you only joined out of FOMO?
No, I didn't. Joined for the vibes.
Love the vibes.
I just
Rocco for the vibes, DeSangro. Good kid, man. I don't care what they say about you. You're a good kid.
I brought some decent, hit or miss points to the table.
No, you did great.
That's some things.
You did great.
Rocco came in, played devil's advocate.
Yeah, stirred some controversy up, and then decided.
I like to stir the controversy
You like
up.
to come in and be like, you know what? Everyone's pissed in here.
Controversy. No. Controversy.
I just feel for the fans.
Literally,
Mr.
Rocco
Politician
comes
here.
in and he goes, "Yeah, chat's always pissed off. We got any pissed off people?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
Dude,
What
controversy would be me saying I would never say this,
Well,
but
you're about to.
it would
Yeah.
be me saying that Mike Elias hasn't made a trade that's blown me away, aside from Corbin Burns. But that's just
you definitely just
have
said that.
said that
You definitely
before.
just said that right
didn't
now.
say that ever, and I never would. It's just
You have said that.
I've never said that.
You said it twice now.
Never said it.
Okay.
I said if I did say it, just hypothetically.
All right.
Hypothetically, if you
we,
weren't on sleeping pills.
should we go around and predict?
Maybe if I wasn't on sleeping pills, I'd be thinking like in a clear headspace. Would say some good things, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we might be trading. Elias might not be trading Rocco, but we might be at the Ryan Ripken Media.
Yeah.
He might actually be traded for a washing machine, just like Monix was in Tropic Thunder.
I know it's there. I know the moves and the trades can be made. It's like, let's do something special.
That was so deep, Rocco. That was
Do something special.
so deep.
Let's figure it out.
Oh man,
They
I know a lot
they
of
need to
people-
bring you in the locker room before games and let you give a speech.
You
to
can't
the
survive the locker room.
Let's get this great city. Let's start with a postseason win, and then we'll start thinking World Series. Let's get there.
I'm fired up right now. Rocco's firing me up.
Hmm.
Should we go around and
This is
I-
Is this Rocco gets you fired up like
next?
this?
If
we
I were to
predict-
say that, Rip, I didn't say it. It's not like coming out of my mouth. It's like hypothetical.
I don't know where it's coming out of it. All right, let's go around and
All right,
predict
being
which
you.
Oriole gets traded next. I've been trying to do this for like 5 minutes.
I was gonna say Kevin keeps saying that, and Rocco kept just talking over it.
All right, who gets traded next? Who gets traded next? Who gets traded
For the
next?
Orioles or like
For
anyone?
the Orioles. For the Orioles.
Pretty hungry.
Charlie Morton.
Do you think Charlie goes next?
Yeah,
I
he's
think
the
we're
only
gonna-
one. He is the one that I am 1,000,000% certain that he gets traded. Every other guy, even a Seti, even an O'Hearn, even an Eflin, I could see if they were like, okay, we're going to keep him. You know, we didn't get what we thought he was worth. We're going to try to sign him to a 2-year extension, whatever it may be. Like Charlie Morton is like, there is not going to be a 2026 for him in Baltimore. Like there's no, you trade him. He's got the highest trade value. You trade him.
I agree. I think it's Morton.
Do we think more than one gets traded? Starting pitcher.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, starting pitchers?
Oh,
don't know.
oh.
Potentially.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say they trade Eflin and Morton.
I think Eflin. I've seen people talk about Eflin's trade value. I don't think and how his recent performances haven't gone well. I don't think Eflin's trade value really fluctuate up or down. I think he's pretty steady because teams know what Zach Eflin is when he's healthy. So I don't think you get a massive, return or anything on him, but I could see you getting something like a team's top, 10 to 15 prospect, for Eflin. I think he's a guy who teams, they know who he is when he's healthy. I think the only thing that would really deter teams from trading for him is if they don't think he's healthy. That's the only way I think his value doesn't hold up in some way.
I'm right there with you. Right there with you. Let me do my Rocco impression real quickly, though.
Guys, I think the sleeping pills are starting to hit me.
We do my Ryan impression.
What? Sick, dude.
Yeah.
It's amazing. No good to have you. See, that's the most energy you have shown the entire time, and it's trying to make fun of me, and that's great.
Rocco literally came in here just to cause chaos. There was no other reason he came in here than just to cause chaos.
Literally came in to cause chaos and just bring a vibe to him where it's like, who the hell is this guy?
He's like, I came in here for the vibes, and I'm gonna dictate what those vibes are.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're good vibes. Sometimes they're really, really bad vibes.
that has to get clipped. Oh my god.
That was
You guys are up here. I'm down here, and I want everyone to suffer with me right
The
now.
crazy thing for hairline wise is like you do that.
Came out of nowhere.
It's pretty interesting. But like of all the hairline things, like buddy, you're the one that can't make the hairline jokes for me either. So I mean, it's all good
Buddy, why do you think I'm wearing a hat at 1:37 in the morning in my house?
because that's all you do. Death, taxes, and Rocco wears a hat while he sleeps
Because-
and takes his pills.
My hairline is shit.
Oh goodness
At
gracious!
least we can all joke about it.
also
Yeah,
I answer this. I don't think he does.
No,
I don't think
so.
he does. I know Ryan, you're pretty passionate about that, but I don't think you trade Dean. I just really don't think you do. I don't think it's worth it. Like I would have to be blown away by an offer to trade Dean. He leads the Orioles, if you want to take out Trevor Rogers, in qualified starters. He leads in almost every category. So he's a guy that I think if he's your quote unquote number 4 or 5 next year, you're in a very good situation because Dean, I think, has the upside to be a good number 3. So if he next year, with Bradish, bringing in other guys, I think, if Trevor Rogers hopefully keeps pitching the way he does, I do think that Dean as your number 4, number 5 guy can set you up for success.
Yeah, people don't want to admit that out loud, that Dean is better than they give him credit for. And again, it's not me saying that Dean is a top 2 or top 3 guy at this current moment in time, but team controllable, reliable. You need that because you know what hasn't been reliable, unfortunately, is a lot of the Orioles pitchers because of health and because of that inconsistency. Your goal is going to next year. You want Bradish healthy. He'd be your one. I'd love to say Grayson, but you can't count on that going into 2026. So you're looking at the 3 that you're going to roll with. It does. It sucks. And think about that out loud. Your rotation to start this year was at least going to be Grayson, Eflin, Morton, right? Dean, Sagano. And Povich being the 6th. So you felt okay. Now, again, weakness, but okay. Grayson Rodriguez didn't pitch an inning for you. Kyle Bradish hasn't pitched an inning for you. Zach Eflin has gone on the IL twice.
Yeah.
And the Orioles won 3 of the 4 starts to start the year in which Zach Eflin pitched. So it does matter. That does matter. So I think you keep the pieces right there. I hope that Dean continues to finish strong. Trevor Rogers finishes strong. And then you can evaluate. But, guys, here's my prediction at least. I think that the Orioles, I do think that they are looking for a controllable arm here before this deadline closes. I think that they're going to try to go out and get a guy that they're going to plug in to be in that rotation next year. And then they'll take a look at what's available next year in the offseason. Because you got to view this as a free agency, in my opinion, which it is. If you're not going to spend – and here's the other part. Look, actually, Zach, is there a way you could pull up the contracts from pitchers last year or at the free agency?
Yeah.
Because I think that's a fascinating thing to me because we're going to see that our boy, Kevin's boy, Nick Pivetta, is high on that list, and no one wanted Nick Pivetta in the offseason.
I wanted Nick Pivetta in the offseason. There you go.
I'll give it to you.
I got roasted, including by Zach Bollinger for that.
Yeah, I don't regret that. You got me on that one. But I'm not walking back on that. Why are we? I was talking, let's get Corbin Burns back. You were talking Nick Pivetta. Yeah, yeah, you won this round, but
I can't wait to win the next one too.
To your point with the injuries, though, it's 2022. It was, correct me if I'm wrong, Bradish started game 1 in the postseason. Grayson started game 2. Got shelled, but still started game 2. And then what? Was it 23?
It was 23, yeah.
Against the Rangers? Yeah, sorry. I got my years mixed up. But yeah, 23, that happens. And then it's just been injury bug has been killer. You can't control that. It sucks. It's like those 2 guys are healthy. You're talking about a whole different O's team, O's rotation, and just a whole different outlook for this season and beyond. Yeah. Can't control them. Sucks. But it's
this is the thing I argue with people though. And Zach, give me the thumbs up or 2 thumbs up when you have the contracts ready. Mm-hmm. But the thing I try to tell guys with this whole situation, when the Orioles won 100 games in 2023, their starting pitching wasn't elite. Now, Bradish and Grayson were pretty elite down the stretch, but they weren't elite as a group. Their offense wasn't elite. They were really good in situational ball. Last year with all the injuries that they had, they still won games because they had talent and they still did enough right with the second half. Still struggled, but enough right. But all the injuries aren't the reason why they got knocked out of the playoffs against the Royals. You gave up 3 earned runs with your pitching injuries, and you had the bases loaded against the Kansas City Royals with your best offensive player over the last 3 years in Santander, Colton Cowser, AL rookie hopeful, and Adley Rutschman, your franchise catcher. Bases loaded, no outs, and you get 0 runs. You lose that game. Your bullpen and your rotation, which you thought was a weakness, gave up 3 runs and was sent home. I would argue this year, if the Orioles were better fundamentally in some cases, they would not be selling off this right now. They might be right around 500, in my opinion. Because how many games have you guys watched where they had the lead and one bad inning derailed them in some way? Kind of happened tonight, by the way. And I feel bad for Cano. It's a whole different story. But I just wanted to point that out. The Orioles in 2023, Rock, this is my fundamental conversation here, brought to you by our friends over at we'll get a sleeping pill sponsor at some point.
They're not
Rocky.
pills, buddy. They're gummies. It's a big
that's
difference here.
Oh, you're taking gummies. Oh my
They're
god.
not-
Open your case.
No, they're not like
So-
gummies where like they don't have anything in them except things that put you to sleep.
It's true.
Not taking pot gummies, idiots.
Jesus.
Okay,
All right,
to finish
well,
my
doing the
point,
pot.
to finish my point, and we'll get to that last. To finish my point real quickly, the Orioles are bottom 8 in fielding percentage this year. They are 23rd in batting average. And then, Zach, you've heard me say it. Well, OPS, show me the numbers. Okay, Orioles are 22nd in OPS. So average in OPS, they're 23rd and 22nd. And then their pitching staff was 27th ranked. So you're talking about fundamental. If your fielding is not good and you're not hitting the way that you can with your talent, yeah, you're pitching or whatnot. Hey, I get it. Boston's one of the worst fielding teams in baseball, but they are within the top 10 in ERA and batting average. Toronto doesn't have a great run differential, but they have the highest batting average in the league, and they find ways to stay in it. They're actually a pitching staff's like 20th.
Yeah.
So my point is, it's the fundamental situational plays that dictate how teams win and lose. And the elite teams, when they're good, their elite talent takes over. For the Orioles, though, they could be better off, and they could be not selling as much if they were a little bit fundamentally better. I don't think that that's being too harsh. I think that's just the reality of it. So, it's
It is.
crazy.
I mean, yeah.
I digress.
I agree.
Show us-
They've had opportunity after and so many times throughout this year. It's why it's been so frustrating because they've had opportunities, and at times it has been fundamentals that have just completely. And it doesn't just mean fundamentals of fielding. It can be how many times has a big run been picked off base? How many times have they made an error on the base paths? How many times have a simple tag gone wrong? I mean, that's what you have to, you look back on.
Damn right. All right, show that list. What we
All
got?
right. So here is last year. I just screen sharing Spot Track. So as we can see, the biggest deals handed out. Blake Snell, 5 years, 182. That's $36.4 million a year. It goes down. I mean, these are per year. This is hefty.
Hefty's my middle name, buddy.
All right.
You're still here. I see.
I'm
But
letting
to
you
go
guys
through that
talk.
list
Chop it
of
up.
the top 3, Fried's the one that's been amazing. Unfortunately, Snell hurt. Corbin done for the year. Nathan Eovaldi has been really good for the Rangers. Luis Severino has not been good. Walker Buehler has had his struggles. Jack Flaherty has had his struggles. Scherzer and Verlander, Morton had their struggles. Kikuchi's pitched well. So, guys, on that list of pitchers, like Pivetta, Kevin Pavetta's not even on there.
Yeah, he's down. He's all the way down here at 13.75. He's in between Morton and Sagano.
What could have been?
Yeah, Matt Boyd.
Alex
Right.
Orioles
So
legend,
I
Alex
think in
Boyd.
the list, Peyton, I know you want to get mad at me for saying all this. This isn't just an Orioles thing. look at all the teams that passed on these guys. Like Matt Boyd is a great deal. Good for the Cubs. So it's about making it's about making the right moves. And you're not going to always make the right
Holmes. Weren't they a team that was in on Clay Holmes?
Mm-hmm.
So
and this is the part, Peyton. This is the part I wanted to discredit. They didn't land any of them. You're right. They didn't land any of these guys. Doesn't mean that they didn't want to go after. It's hard to go after a guy like Evaldi when Evaldi goes, yeah, Texas is going to give me this offer. I'm going to stay. They could have made an offer for Manaea. Didn't, from what I heard. But who in this list would you have said that they would go after in this immediate part? Kikuchi? Walker Buehler, a lot of people wanted, right, Kevin? Am I missing on that one?
Yeah, Buehler.
He's been awful.
I think the one I think definitely the one that got away was trading for Crochet.
That is the one. Like that is the biggest one. 1,000. Kevin, great point. Like that is the guy. If they wanted him, they could have had him. Kevin.
Yeah, thank you. I make good points.
It just sucked to see the Yankees go out and get Max Fried. The Red Sox go out and bolster their starting rotation. And the Orioles lose Corbin Burns. And according to Corbin Burns, he wasn't going to sign back with the O's when he had the chance to go home. And there was a discrepancy, about the years in the deal? But like all signs were pointing to Corbin Burns going home to Arizona, where his family is, where his twins are. It's like goodbye to Corbin Burns. Like, thank you for your service in Baltimore. But like the O's didn't upgrade their starting rotation when he left. And like I think there is a reason for people to be pissed off at that, man. It's like this is a results-oriented business at the end of the day when you're a general manager. And I'm not going to shit on Mike Elias. I'm not saying he's the worst GM in history, but it's like you got to go out and get players that make sense for your team and your staff to deliver and to put a respectable, team out on the field to contend. I'm not saying like destroy your entire farm system, but like in free agency, you're telling me they couldn't have got one of these guys on the list.
So again, though, we just went through the list of guys. Would you have been happy if they signed Nick Pivetta in the offseason, not knowing that he was going to do what he did?
I mean, I don't know, Rip. I really don't know.
Okay, so my point, they signed Walker
Buehler. You're right.
I know. So going into it, Zach, were you upset when Walker Buehler got picked up by the Red Sox?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I thought he had an opportunity to bounce back. He didn't.
So you thought he was better. Kevin, why did you want Pivetta?
Because I thought even if it wasn't an upgrade from Corbin Burns, it was a guy that had the potential to fill in and just be a guy for you that could maybe reach where he is in San Diego right now.
So look at that. So right there, those are different opinions. And I love this comment. It's a gamble on every signing where you hope you can trust what you're doing. But through that list right there, the crazy thing, Luis Severino signed that deal. Guys, Luis Severino has an ERA at almost 5. Jack Flaherty is not pitching very well. So I get the point. Rock. I guess the point that I also made is everyone has a different opinion on who they think is going to work out. And MLB teams, even though that's their job, they're not going to always – they got to trust with their analytics and their staff and hope that guy turns out the way that they should.
Yeah, but they settled for a 41-year-old Charlie Morton who, best case scenario, could have, won you 10 games. Worst case scenario, you were seeing it in the first half of the season and wasn't working out well. But it's like seeing the O's, it just felt like they were trying to like patch holes and like leaks in the rotation with arms that didn't really make sense to be at the top of your rotation at that point in time. It's like, I don't know. I really feel like they came up short this offseason. They came up short last trade deadline. And we're seeing what they're doing this trade deadline, and it's been a fire sale so far, and it all signs point to it being a fire sale going forward. So it's like they're in this situation because of last year's trade deadline, this offseason, and now this is what you're doing. And again, injuries don't help, Rip, but it's like would have loved to see them do a little bit more.
One thing I argue that philosophically how they play the game is more detrimental than any signing that they make. Maybe that's my hot take. A little caliente. Should I take a shot after that? That is my hot take. How you play the game is more important to me than how you go out and who you sign.
I agree.
With a worse roster the last 3 years, or 24 they were loaded. 24 they were good. 24 they should have been really good. 22 and 23 they were not supposed to be good. That's where I look at it. In all honesty, the one thing though, if you wanted Garrett Crochet to be a Baltimore Oriole, well, damn it, Garrett Crochet would have been a Baltimore Oriole. Problem would be Sam Basayo wouldn't. That would be true. Sam Basayo would not be an Oriole. The Red Sox wanted Basayo, and the deal wasn't going to get done without Basayo. From what I understand,
it's a tough situation when you put it that way. It obviously is, but some teams they're in this win now mode. Some teams they're in win later mode. Prepare for the future, and there's going to be pain and agony and anger, and you're going to be pissed off. But Sam Basayo could turn into a superstar.
Yeah.
Sam Basayo could turn into a very average Major League Baseball player. I don't think he will. I think the kid's going to be a stud watching him. But, like, you really don't know, man. You really don't know. But
I think also for the Basayo part, saw some comments. They wanted the headline. If Basayo's not in the deal, then they were going to like we just talked about all the prospects that were available. The Orioles' top prospects at the time were Holiday, Basayo, Mayo, Heston.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Basayo or Jackson, they probably wanted 4 guys.
And hindsight is 2020 on that deal, because out of the 4, you look and you say, okay, we could have given him Heston, but like no one at that point in time wanted to get rid of Heston. Like they were all on the Heston train. They thought he was going to be a stud, and just so happens he's really truly struggled, and it's a reason, unfortunately, why he is where he is right now.
And I would say that's a philosophical thing, that the platooning for the team has hurt some of the younger guys more than it's helped.
Yeah.
Kyle Stowers. Hey, we put out that clip today, Rock. Put out that clip on Buck.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You collabed on it.
Yeah. What?
No, I did.
Kevin, can you talk to this man? Can you talk to?
I didn't collab on anything, so I don't know.
No, because Rocco made it. But I'm saying, can you talk to this man about, like, is it the pills? Is it the gummies, Kevin? Is it because?
I mean, I don't have any experience with any of that.
What are you talking about?
You're acting like you have no idea.
I know the real you're talking about. The platooning.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Yes, the platooning. The real. I collabed.
You just said you didn't collab.
Yeah, you went, oh, nice, thanks. Kevin, I'm with you, though. I think you win NHL hands down, just for a side note there.
I play as the Ducks, and I was just...
Kevin, I will beat you in shell with my eyes closed, and I'll stream it gladly for everyone to watch.
Well, we're going to bring in consoles for the 24-hour stream. Come into the studio for the 24-hour stream, and we can play NHL.
I would beat that ass.
No. I also just start fights the whole time.
Of course you do.
Wouldn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
No shot.
Hey, Rod, I like this point, though. The book isn't closed on Heston. He's domed up now, just like Kyle Stowers was. But the point about the platoon conversation is that, Zach,
Yeah.
What was the book on Stowers when he came up then? What was the thing he couldn't do?
Couldn't hit lefties.
And that psychologically messed with him. And then he didn't play any better down in AAA when he got sent back down.
No. I mean, it's the same thing with Jackson Holiday. I mean, they said throughout when he first got up there, it was Jackson Holiday. Hell, I'll even take it a step further. They did it with Gunnar. Gunnar couldn't hit lefties. Gunnar wasn't hitting lefties. Like, Jackson Holiday wasn't allowed to hit lefties. Hell, Ryan O'Hearn wasn't allowed to hit lefties. Like, it was just like, and there's no way to get better if you don't do it. Like, even hell, when we were talking to Ryan O'Hearn, he was telling us, he was like, I don't get it. He was like, I didn't used to not hit lefties well in the minors. He's like, then I get up here and he doesn't get many opportunities now. So it just, you can't get better if you don't get the opportunities.
It's all opportunity. It's all about opportunities here. And we hope to see more opportunities. What we also hope to see is more opportunities to talk about trades. And that's why we're on tonight. And Kevin and Zach are rocking with the Kevin and Zach React. Guys, fellas, by the way, congratulations on going over 2,000. By the way.
Thank you.
Big number. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Kevin and Zach React, go over to the channel and subscribe to them. Like it. Give it a thumbs up. And also Ryan Ripken Show. Like and subscribe that. We're going to be live from 2 to 6. Just talking trade deadline. That's it.
Yeah.
And some other things.
I have a prediction.
I went over 2,000 calories today.
And cutting season for Rocco DeSangro. But Kevin, your prediction.
My prediction is that there will be a live before 2 p.m.
Oh, without a doubt. That's without a doubt. Like, that's
and it's going to be the Andrew Kittredge return reveal stream at 7 a.m. that I'm going to be sleeping for. But I wish anybody who's involved the best of luck.
I love how you keep on saying this like this is going down. Also, Kevin, when you're tweeting out at 7 a.m., I'm dragging your ass on the live. When you're
well, wait a minute. Kev, were you asleep yet, or were you going to actually get up that early?
When?
You mean when? For
morning.
Likely, no. I wasn't awake when it dropped. So I went to bed at 7 because I had a ton of work. My short got all messed up in the caption thing and I had to like re-download it and it was all nuts. So I went to bed at 7. I woke up at 9, but before, so I texted Zach the screenshot. I told this on Kevin and Zach React earlier. I texted Zach the screenshot of us hitting 2,000. Just, I texted you that at probably like 5 a.m. or something, Zach.
Yeah.
And so I texted him, 6:06 a.m.
I was going to say at 6:06 he sends me a screenshot and says, let's go.
And so that was of 2,000. I went to bed at 7. Woke up at like 9:40 or 9:45, and I usually at this point in the off season I check my phone just to make sure I don't miss anything, and if nothing's doing, I just go roll over, go back to bed. And I saw Zach had texted me bang, and I thought that meant likely got because there was so much noise about likely getting an extension on Tuesday, which technically I guess is now 2 days ago. That I was like, oh, Zach is talking about an Isaiah Likely extension. I need to go, like, what is this? And so I scrolled down a little bit, and it was Likely getting injured. And I called it on Locked On Ravens. I'm like, something's going to happen because the Ravens always do this. Whenever I'm not available, a.k.a. sleeping, they make a move.
At 10 a.m. Whenever Kevin's available at 10 a.m.
Hey, I had a real reason this. Look at Rocco. Look at this, man.
Rocco?
I had a real reason. 7:40 is not like late in the morning. That is still earlier in the morning. Not 10 a.m. is later in the morning.
Yes.
But then I sat there and I'm like, do I need to go live for this? And I'm like, yes, because my whole show this morning was about speculating Likely's injury, and I can't just like sit there and have it up for 24 hours of it just speculating. So on 2 hours of sleep, I went live. Definitely. I mean, it was a good stream. Like, I was up and awake for it and alert. Like, whenever I'm doing,
I was up and awake and alert.
Yeah. I mean, I go on the radio on Tuesdays with, Bob and Vinny and Nolan, and I'm up and awake and alert. Like it's not when I usually wake up, but I'm up and awake and alert. So
Yeah, he looks like Rock. You look like Rocco when you have to go on for those radio hits. You
and then
look like
I
real
did
film.
one of the selfie reaction, things to Likely, and I can just tell my eyes are like glossed over because I'm so tired and like. And actually, I put it on TikTok. I started my TikTok like a week ago. I have no idea how to use it. My Mike Green short did really well. Apparently the TikTok algorithm is very good compared to Twitter. So
Mike Green short did really well.
yeah, so I started TikTok and I put it on there. Doesn't really have anything to do with anything, but I just wanted to kind of announce that because I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the selfie videos of like when you put like it puts the thing on your head and it does like the level of like keep, start, cut wide receivers or team rankings. You know how they do that?
You gonna be doing those? You tossing those on Instagram too?
Yeah, I'm
put them on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them everywhere. So, Rocco, where's the timer? What am I at?
Kevin with the little
timer.
Yeah, where's the timer?
Listen, buddy, if these sleeping pills don't put me out, you go
You're
on
gonna fall asleep
straight,
on
definitely will. Like I'm getting ready to doze off.
I also drove all around town. I was out. That's why I couldn't, I didn't have face cam on Kevin and Zach React earlier. So I was driving around and then I lost internet. I came back and I knew I lost internet because
it is 2:04 a.m. and there are 300 people watching this across both.
I remember who was on this stream when I took the Baseball Lovers Christmas and read that entire poem out at like 3 a.m. and I'll do it again.
Oh my god! Someone pull up Andrew's comment. That's hilarious. He said, "Sure, Grandpa, let's get you to bed."
Oh,
fantastic.
I feel like we've completely shifted from trade deadline recap to repetitive.
Well, you know what? We've been doing this stream's been going for over 2.5 hours.
I think Rip, we need to eventually do just like we all take a sleeping pill and we just try to stay on the stream for 24 hours. I think I might have.
Why are we making the 24-hour stream now on sleeping pill? Rocco,
I would just sleep during the 24
We got it. We got to talk.
Comments.
Rocco went from I'm not on sleeping pills to now he's trying to force all of us to do sleeping pills.
He said it was sleeping pills and then said I never said it was sleeping pills, it's gummies.
Just to clarify, for anyone that's just tuning in, please stay liked and subscribe to the channel. We've been talking baseball for a while. And then we get to a point here where you tune in, you go
2:06 here. It's 2:06 in the morning.
What the hell is going on?
In my hours. This is fun to have people.
Yeah, look at this.
At this time.
First, it's a sleeping pill, then it's a gummy, now it's a pill again.
It was a gummy. It's a gummy.
And now we're back.
Gummies. They're gummies.
Yeah, that's something. Well. We've gone around and we've covered all the moves tonight so far. We'll have a little bit more energy. Some of us won't be in a different universe like Rocco's currently in. Some might be not like Kevin, or actually we might have the Chronicles of Kevin tomorrow as well. But what we've had so far is a hell of a lot of moves that happened at the wee hours going into the final day of deadline. Which is 6 p.m. Eastern time on July 31st. We started this stream on the 30th. The trade deadline is going to be done here, guys, in essentially under 16 hours. And then that's it. Teams are what they are going to be for the rest of the 2025 season. Yes, Rocco.
I have an idea for one of the next reels you should put out. The passing bomb tweet or video should definitely go out tomorrow.
Oh, of him. Which one?
When he's talking about how he concocts,
the amusement?
When how he concocts a passing bomb in like the weirdest place he's ever dropped a passing bomb. Yeah. See, sometimes when I'm on sleeping gummies, things work out for the best.
I'm going to be so upset when we get off of here and like 10 minutes later, I'm going to be in bed and Mason Miller gets traded to the Padres. It's going to piss me off. It's going to piss me off. I've already accepted it.
I'm predicting the Orioles get Jack Neely from the Cubs for Kittredge.
Oh, are we taking – all right, everyone look at the –
I called my shot with like Irish. I was all over that. So I want to –
You know who I'm going with? I'm going to say the O's take Will Sanders. Number 21, right-handed pitcher, AAA, 23 years old.
Interesting.
That's who I'm going.
Yeah, I guess Neely's 25, so maybe they don't want. Maybe he's a little older for. I'll still go. I'll still go Jack Neely.
Jack Neely. All right.
Hey, it's a fun time, guys. This is I'm excited about what could be, but I'm being honest. I know we're saying, oh, watch there be no moves tomorrow. Starting pitchers are getting moved tomorrow. Someone's going. Someone is going. And now the biggest question, though, is Mason Miller going to be the biggest name that gets moved tomorrow? Will Rocco DeSangro get DFA'd from the Ryan Ripken show? That's a possibility.
Is it the hairline remark?
No, it's actually we're about ethics here, and you coming on and tainting the show with your activity.
I don't taint shit.
My favorite moment of this tonight was Zach recapping Rocco coming on and just going. Rocco comes in here and is like, "All right, who's pissed off in the chat?"
Yeah, he literally came in and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Good old fashioned people upset in the chat." He's like, "What we got? I'm like,
happy here. Who can I piss off?
Oh man,
So fun poking the bear.
You're a good kid. One day, hey, you know what? We can come on. Maybe this will be the next Rip After Dark. Which Kev, Zach, it's not like it's hidden. You guys can pop on for Rip After Dark.
I have. I'm a regular.
Well, no, you hopped on one time.
Yeah, why don't you on for like 30 seconds at the end of one time?
Yeah, I literally saw. I saw them live, and I heard one of them go. I think it was Rip was like, "All right, I guess we're about to hop off," and I was like, "Oh, I'm hopping on." I was like, "I'm hopping off for the outro."
One of these days for Rip After Dark for the Holy Shirts and Pants members, Rock, I got Mario Golf set up. I might need to just play that and see how I can play with the Mario Golf characters. It's pretty fun.
At
or
the
also
studio or it's your place.
I can bring it to the studio.
Oh, okay.
We do a Rip After Dark from the studio. Just
24 hours stream.
Yeah, that'll be the 24-hour stream.
That would require you to come up here and, say hello, stop by, pick up the box of gear.
I already have the box, buddy.
Yeah, you know why? Because I dropped it off at my good friend Brad's house, whose house I've actually been to. And I said, drop this off to, my good friend Ryan when you see him. And he did.
Well, Kevin, Zach, any other comments? I mean, do you guys want to stay going? If not, we can.
Yeah, no, I think we are good on. I think if it happens,
love it. I love it.
Dude, Rocco.
Rocco reacts. Rocco reacts.
I like that. I like that. You know, I haven't pissed off in a while. Rod Riggs.
Where did that from? What?
Me and Rod used to go at it in the chat.
I remember.
You could talk so much shit to me, and I got so pissed off. And now he's my best friend.
You love a good redemption story.
I love
a good redemption story.
Rod, my guy. It's my guy.
Hey, this is This is something. And Craig, do you guys sleep? That's a great
No.
question. Well,
I have a very normal sleep schedule. Yes, I do.
Yeah, this is Kevin's like about to take lunch.
I know. Yeah, I got dinner coming up in a few hours. You know, this is like 6 p.m. for me right now.
it is. But overall, honestly, at these times, the rest of us will have a normal sleep schedule for the most part. But for the trade deadline, we told ourselves as a group with all of this, if things happen, we're going live for the group. We are very invested in the community. So Ryan Ripken Media, we got Kevin and Zach React. These guys go live after every single Orioles game because they're nuts. The Ryan Ripken Show, we do it live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But when trade deadline and breaking news like this happens, we all get together and talk it out. And yeah, we'll be tired with it, but that's all part of the whole situation. That's what we do. That's what we do here. We like to have fun. And guess what? We had a whole lot of things planned. It's been a fun 22 months of doing this. Kevin and Zach React's been for like the last month. And it's been
I feel like this for last month.
How do I do the hand raise thing in here?
I don't know. I'm getting distracted. Look, because it's just
Kevin
your hand down.
for over a year now.
Yes. Well, no, Kevin and Zach Reacts started. It's been about a year now, over a year.
Yeah, actually, we just hit a year.
Yeah, a couple days
28.
ago.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to say.
Sorry to interrupt.
And Craig, thank you, by
Guys,
the way. We're growing.
Pretty
Sorry to
sure.
interrupt. Sorry to
You're
interrupt.
about to say the most out-of-pocket thing.
I mean, you get a show with your name. You two idiots get shows with your name. Where's my show with my name? Can we call it like?
Didn't you get offered a show to do food reviews?
Sleepy time
we
with
got-
Rocco?
Didn't you get offered a show to do food reviews and sports talk?
People forget the OG Rip and Rock.
Yeah.
That is so
R.I.P.
true. Actually, that is so
R.I.P.
true.
R.I.P.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Get Kevin and Zach React on a TV station, and then
I want a Rocco reviews it.
Rocco reviews it. So what? We have Kevin and Zach react, and then Rocco reviews it. We're just.
I'm gonna make Rocco mad. Rocco, yesterday was National Wing Day.
Damn, I missed it again.
I missed it.
Kevin, you know why?
I got free wings from Applebee's, boneless, by the way, because I knew and I found the deal, and I ate my boneless wings.
Kevin,
Did you go there just for the free wings?
Of all the places you could have gone for National Wing Day,
This is what I'm talking.
This
is why I knew. This is what I knew was gonna happen.
got boneless wings.
I told you. I did. I
Rocco.
chose Applebee's. Wingstop was a close second.
You're a real piece of work, buddy.
Buffalo Wild Wings was third.
Rocco, best wings in Baltimore.
Best wings in Baltimore? Are we talking bang for your buck? Or are we talking best overall taste? Okay.
Best overall taste.
Guys, we need about another.
All right, and we're on here for 30 more minutes.
Rip, we need about another hour for me to do this. So stand by. No, in reality, best wings, bang for your buck. I will swear by it. Price, taste, sauce, everything is the Hudson Street Stackhouse. And they are unbelievable. They're hot. Will make your lips freaking swell up. Worth it. Maybe not worth it the next day, but very good. Kisslings, they're unbelievable wings, but the price, it's just a little bit too pricey.
I've never had them. I just know that's where people, when I feel like I hear a lot of people say Kisslings when you ask best wings in Baltimore.
I'm not really plugged into
hot
the
sauce,
wing scene like
the
that.
hot sauce, Peter, is the best. I'll get the hot, or I'll get the I don't like to really go mild, but I'll go hot or mild. It's really, really good. Yeah. So it's Kisslings is up there. Stackhouse is up there. Max's Tap House, underrated wings, really damn good. I'm trying to think who else has some really good wings in the area.
I'm just cracking up that
Delia Foley's. Delia Foley's has wings, but you could get them. You could get them at Smaltimore. They sell Delia Foley's wings. Very good. The Silks, also in Canton. They have these fusion wings. It's like I could be wrong. Could be false advertising here, but like a buffalo barbecue, like wing sauce that is just like out of this world. So, yeah. I've heard Ibar also has very good wings, but I haven't been there. But I have to because they're like evidently similar to Kissling's. But yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with Applebee's.
Yeah. So
Wing day, baby.
Wing day Applebee's.
Listen, you guys drop wings in the chat. You guys drop wing places to go to. I will literally go out and get a dozen of them, and I'll eat them on stream, and I will review the hell out of them. And if you don't want to watch me eat wings, it's pretty gross. I'll make a little video. So
this is
The
that's
before,
what
before,
everyone
after.
knows.
Before
I
and
could order
after.
wings right now. I would do it. I would do it. We'd do it.
Hey, Rock, hold on.
Okay. You gonna kick me?
No,
Okay.
no. Why would I do that?
I don't know.
I've been rooting for the sleeping pills.
I feel like he's overpowering them at this point.
Yeah,
I feel like Thanos.
It's on sleeping pills.
B-dubs on football Sundays. B-dubs got expensive as well. But you know what? B-dubs wings, like, love the hot sauce. I'll be a complete fat ass, and I'll get like 18 to 20 wings on a football Sunday. Just order them during the 12 o'clock games and eat them all the way up until like the Sunday night game. Get some fried pickles. Fried pickles are
Incredible.
Yeah.
Now we're back to this. I heard that you guys tried to find the cat video but couldn't do it on.
We couldn't.
One of the Rip After Darks.
That's still one of my favorites. Having Rocco gifs of just getting launched is still one of my favorite pastimes.
Oh, hold
Look
on.
at that.
You
Guy.
guys want a
Lost
good one?
art. It's a lost art at this point.
You guys want a good one?
No.
I'm still looking.
You guys want a good one?
We don't. No, we're good.
We done. Yeah. Yeah, you guys want a good one. It's a good one, Rip.
I just love right here. It's just up, take him down.
This is,
What are you cooking there?
you know what I'm cooking. You know what I'm cooking, buddy.
We were talking baseball, and for those that are still tuning in, we're wrapping up here because we got to get ready for so much baseball talk. And I had some person comment earlier when we did the regular shows act today. Like, I didn't tune into the Food Network. I'm like, well, we're cooking with the Iron Rooster every Wednesday, and then we're going to talk baseball.
Zach, bring it up. Zach, bring it up.
God.
Zach, pop it up.
Maybe we see if Kevin can actually kick with his toe, and that'll be a lot of fun.
That's not
I'm
the one.
actually
That's not the one.
Okay, that's great.
That's actually hilarious.
That's when I
Okay,
was.
That's great.
That's when I was trying to get people to get to know me a little bit better. You know?
Wait, hold on.
Maybe we
not the
see
one.
if Kevin can actually kick with his toe, and that'll be a lot of fun. But
I'm actually
actually
left-footed.
okay, that's great.
I'm actually left.
It's true. Did you know I'm actually ambidextrous? I play sports with my left hand, but I write with my right hand. So I'm a lefty in baseball, lefty kick. I'm left-footed, as you heard.
He's never escaping it.
It's a tough.
That was
season
not
for
the
me,
one.
but I write with my right hand, so I play sports with my left hand. I'm a lefty, but I write with my right hand.
That was not the one.
Wait,
Maybe we.
no, admit this part.
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Have you seen that meme? The guy's like, okay.
Okay.
Dude, Rip,
Gosh,
where is it, man?
There's some good moments
What
there.
who is it about? Is it about me, Rocco?
No. Ryan knows exactly what it's about because I pulled it up on Rip After Dark 3 or 4 times.
So anyway,
Is that the video of you adjusting, Rocco?
What? No, dude, we're not showing that one.
Hey, so the Iron Rooster is a
Yeah.
restaurant in Baltimore and the Maryland region. There's 4 locations. They are been OGs to all the work for us. They come on and cook every Wednesday. So
This
that
is
was
it.
to answer that. They're phenomenal.
Pull it up, Zach.
What?
I think this is it.
Is this the hot dog story?
Oh,
get
definitely
over
the
like
All-Star.
the skin texture or whatever, and then I actually choked on it. So after that, for a little bit of time, Kelly had to help out, and it was.
No one laughs as hard of it than yourself.
I was just laughing.
Like people have no
Dude,
context.
out of
what-
context, that clip is just
Man.
Okay. All right. I think we're done.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna shout out Craig. Appreciate you for sticking here, Craig. I yes. People don't know. I did. I'm like we're covered. We're covered.
Do you remember when didn't someone
Thank you,
Kevin
Craig.
thought-
I did exist before the Ryan Ripken show.
Didn't Kevin think
little
like
known
that
fact.
someone was not like that someone was being nice to him the one time in one
Yeah.
of the shows?
That was
It was Joe.
Yeah.
It was like biggest surprise is Kevin has a girlfriend. Kevin's like, yeah, look at Joe supporting me. And we were like,
No one else clapped. Yeah.
That was a really good one.
Yeah,
how we
that
grown.
was an all-timer.
All right, hold on. And then we're going to get on out of here.
I really turned the vibes around.
I don't know if that's the full case. Now that you're actually like on the gummies are wearing off, but you're actually not like a full zombie, like you're actually a little bit more with it. And that helps. And this is what we're about to do. We're about to kick you out.
Oh,
That's what we're about to do.
That's so bad.
See, Kevin, next time I'm going to get the whole gang, and usually Kevin has been at the fault of that, but that's just how I feel. Right?
Well,
That's how I feel.
Dude, the guy, by the way, before we leave, there's this guy that just constantly parks his scooter the same spot outside my place every single night. I'm going to make a montage. I'm going to put it in the Canton Neighbors group, and I'm going to put this guy on blast. I think I should. Being a
I'm going
Karen.
to make up some new GIFs tonight.
Dude, he parks his scooter same spot right in front of my every single night. Pisses me off. I'm like, dude, stop parking your scooter there. Like,
Kevin, I can't believe you were in a car with Rocco.
you have the whole sidewalk.
Yeah, I've never feared for my life more than in that moment. Didn't even get 5 minutes away from my place, and Rocco was cursing guys out on the road and screaming at them. And
remember that guy wouldn't let us in, and I
you certainly, you forced your, yep.
Oh yeah, remember when we talked about that on the stream? And it
I
didn't
did.
turn
And
out too
I
well?
learned my lesson. You notice how I stopped there?
Yep.
Mid sentence.
he just kept inching in. And then we had the fist bump. Kevin
I wish that was on camera, even though it was at my expense. I wish that was on camera.
Kevin had that happen with Deep Eddie Dave a few weeks
That's
ago.
and that wasn't on camera either. That didn't get caught on camera either.
Deep Eddie Dave did the exact same thing and fist bumped you, and you did it. I was like,
Yeah,
Kevin,
at least
stop
I
getting
knew
roasted.
Rocco for more than 40 minutes before he said that to me.
That was the
Dave's
craziest.
a cool guy. Though.
See,
Dave doing that was diabolical.
That was what do you think the most expensive piece of equipment for my spell against the booster seat was crazy.
Or did he say booster
Crazy.
seat or high chair? He said booster seat or high chair.
Booster
What
seat
did
or
he-
high chair.
Yeah,
And
what
then
did he-
dapped
what
you
did
up.
he do?
And then he literally was like, all right.
You know,
Yeah,
hey,
dude,
when someone
you're the-
gets you, someone gets you. Right? You got to show them respect, even if it's at your expense. All right,
Yeah.
you gotta.
Hey,
gotta
Rocco,
show
by the
respect.
way, on the GIF here, I always think of Red 7, like hot route. We got you ready. Like you're just a football. We're about to freaking send. There you are.
Gotta love it.
But-
remember,
but-
was Zach? Was that
Dude,
your profile
listen.
picture? Was that your
Listen, I saw
profile
you.
picture?
I saw you
No.
box.
That
I
was
saw you box. You don't scare me one bit. The way you throw
Buddy.
those punches.
Buddy, it don't matter. I'll whoop your ass in any other way.
I will
never
put on the gear
1,000
with you.
calories a day.
I will step into the ring. I don't care if you're 6'12", whatever the hell you are.
yeah, no cursing
Oh,
on
you
this.
don't want to say it now? Okay, that's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, Rock, you want to see the video? Here you go.
Jab. Oh, my bad.
Wow, could have been that.
Oh, don't worry. I get hit all the time.
Oh, you do? Okay, that's fine.
Frank's
All
a
right,
beast.
Great.
Jab. Cross. Hook. Uppercut. Slip.
There's
cross,
some power
nice
behind
shot.
those punches. All right.
Good
Good
shot.
dodge.
Roll. Boom. Boom. Roll. Boom. Boom.
I feel like you move that way too easily. Do this and it's going to go like, the bag doesn't move the same You way just when I hit it. When nut you hit tap it. the That's fucking why you're the bag? pro at this.
On this cross,
Yep.
I'm stepping and boom.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
I have to. I've added that to the
Whoa.
reference. Gotta get more
Oh.
That's so.
Real slow.
bad.
You're going to bounce forward, back and forth. Side steps. Really good drill. You can bounce, you can move. You can bounce, you can move. Work on pivoting. Kick to the head. Whoa.
What's high?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
So I'm here. I go up and boom.
Yeah, gotta get the back.
Good.
Better?
Appreciate
That's
you swapping
better.
me up. Makes
Yeah.
me feel good.
So we're here. Whoa.
Flying.
And then
Oh.
move a little closer. Yep.
Good workout. You're a beast.
Hey, you're a beast.
I will be. Next time
There we
I'm out
go.
here.
There we go. Good job on the kicks too.
Hey.
I tried to.
He didn't mean that. He didn't mean good
Frank's
job
a
on the
big
kicks.
Frank,
He did not mean good
Yeah,
job. on the kicks.
that knee could have used
promise
some work.
If
but-
someone
promise
did a good job
went-
on the kicks
He
at the
went
end,
home to his family and he said, "Can you won't believe the way Ryan Ripken kicks a freaking heavy bag."
Flying.
Why you gotta bring the-
And then
Yeah, that needs
so I'm
that
here.
needs
I
some
go
work. That
up
needs
and
some
boom.
work.
He said, "Good job."
Good.
Appreciate you swapping me
Here-
up.
here-
Actually, I'm
So
an
we're
advanced
here.
white belt in karate, Ryan. I can teach you.
Flying.
And then
Flying. You swapping me up.
do you guys hear the woo by Frank?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He is a beast.
Frank's
He's a-
he's a dog.
Makes
Yeah.
me feel good.
so we're here.
Flying.
And then
That was,
move a little closer.
that was tough.
Dude, do you ever see the Boss Rutan like self-defense videos on YouTube? They were legendary. He'd be like, "You're at a bar and some guy comes up and talks bad about your wife. Bang, 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 bang." That's what that guy reminded me of. He's a beast.
okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You know the funny thing is, Rocco, I'm excited, and Kevin, I'm not because you're a specimen in yourself. We're about the same height, build.
Yep.
Rocco, though, is funny. He's making fun of me for all these things. I've never seen Rocco on a basketball court. Never seen Rocco move laterally. So this will be very interesting.
I'm telling you, Ravens conditioning test.
Listen, buddy, if I punch a bag like that,
Yeah. When is Kevin? When are you doing that?
I really want to. You know, I honestly fumbled. I've been trying to get one of those, like one of the Rode wireless mics for a while. It was on a deal with the Rodecaster for my setup, and I didn't realize that the deal ended at a certain date. So I was waiting to make sure I needed it, and then when I went to go buy it, the deal was over. So I don't have a wireless mic to do the challenge with. So
it's 2:30.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
But I'm
Okay.
gonna do it one day, and I'm gonna do it at the wide receiver time, not the offensive line time.
Yeah.
All right, let's figure out who Kittredge got traded for tomorrow.
7 a.m. Andrew Kittredge reveal trade stream that I will not be there for, and I'm not sure anyone else will be there either. But be sure you show up.
Yeah. Well, there's things that we will never know. But what we do know is we appreciate everyone that stayed up this late. I think we're in just delirious hours.
Yeah.
But we signed up for this. We don't do the breaking news as much as we used to. Well, I lied. I don't do the breaking news as much as I used to. Zach and Kevin did when Corbin Burns signed with the Diamondbacks at 3 a.m. But for this week, trade deadline, it's the last big moment of the baseball season as far as around the league. So we're giving you all the action. We're giving you all the goods. And we'll try to have some fun in the meantime. And hopefully, according to Rocco, some people can be just ticked off in the chats. But I see a great group in the chat. They look happy, Rocco. They look like they're smiling.
Listen,
Rocco just wanted to come in.
salute to Charles. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, Mix Game Matty, real quick. Volpe needs to get out of his head. And actually, we have an Omar Vizquel video that we can show. It's all mental for him, not physical. He's a talented player, but he is domed up. And that's it. Rocco.
Wait, why are we talking? Wait, what? Why are
Love
we
this
complimenting
chat,
Rocco?
man.
Why are we
Love
complimenting
these
Rocco?
people. Christian, listen. One day we'll make it happen. One day we'll make it happen. I used to like Ryan. When we first started doing shows together, he was the nicest guy in the world. I was like, what a great young
What
gentleman
a sweetheart.
that Mr. Calvin and Miss Kelly raised. Like, what just like a sweet human being. And now I think he's the biggest piece of shit in the world.
All right, Kevin, Zach, do you guys want to close it out for you guys?
Yeah, that's going to do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach React. We'll be back literally in less than 12 hours. I'm sure even less than them. It's 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Trade
I
deadline.
will probably be sleeping. But...
Trade deadline's in about 15 hours, 15 and a half hours. If you are still up watching us currently,
yes,
we have over 200 people currently watching on YouTube still. We appreciate you more than you'll know. Hit that like and subscribe button on both channels. But that's going to do it. We'll see you all tomorrow at some point. We'll definitely be live from 2 to 6. But besides that, if stuff happens, we'll be there. That's how you know. If stuff happens, we'll be there. We'll see you all next time. Everyone go to bed.